Okay, and we are live. Hello, everyone. This is your Sergeant Billy back from another meme war. And today we're going to be discussing free expression and pop culture in this latest extreme stream. So I'm with Gwaltzilla and Florence. So
What
you could,
up?
oh yeah, you can say hello.
What is up? What's up, Florence?
Oh, hey.
Okay, so I guess before we get started on the rest of the topics, you wanted to talk about like your encounter on Twitter a day or two ago.
Oh no, this was last night.
Okay.
Damn, oh man, it was so fucking great. It actually happened last night, is what happened. This SJW I was arguing with in a comic book thread tried to report me to Twitter for abuse. It didn't work, which is fantastic. I'm still on Twitter. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've been banned a couple times from Twitter for like calling people faggots or retards, even though it was very accurate. The faggot and retard I was talking to were both a faggot and a retard. But
Yeah.
it's funny. But no. Like this jackass. Like fucking we were talking about comic book movies and Marvel movies in general. We were also talking about DC movies, the ones we liked, the ones that we didn't. And for some reason he started I just fucking trying to argue with everybody in that fucking thread, and he came across the wrong motherfucker, which was me. I said something about an Iron Man movie that is 100% accurate. I was like, I liked Iron Man 1. I was like, and I started off, I was like, everything was great about that, except for maybe the last boss fight. I was like, it was a little short or whatever. He's like, nah, man, not every boss fight has to be Batman v Superman, you know what I'm saying? Like a money shot. And I was like, look, Batman v Superman was not a money shot. I was like, that was a Japanese bukkake. I was like, there was so much shit going on you couldn't keep track. Or no. He said that about he didn't say that about Batman v Superman. He said it about Transformers. And the Transformers movies kind of sucked. I'll be honest with you, man. There was so much. I mean, graphic wise, it was really good computer graphics, but there was so much shit going on at one time that
Yeah.
your eyes just can't keep track of everything.
Yeah, I just do like an action flick where it's like, you just like sit back and just watch the visuals and the characters with their kooky, personalities.
Oh, I agree. It's 100% eye candy. That's what it is. Like
yeah,
Transformers movies.
Yeah, and Michael Bay doesn't care.
Exactly. Fucking damn lens flares and shit. But there's so much shit going on that I mean, I've watched Transformers like fucking 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Movies. I think I like what was it? Dark Side of the Moon was probably my favorite. That's the one where.
Oh yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, the portal, like create those artificial wormholes to try and bring Cybertron to Earth and enslave humanity.
Hell yeah, and Optimus Prime's fucking mentor turns out to be like the bad guy, and he was working with Megatron the whole time. That's the same one, right?
Okay. Yeah, the same one, yeah. Because everyone hated Revenge of the Fallen. I mean, Revenge of the Fallen was decent. I mean, I understand why people didn't like it, but it was like the whole ancient aliens thing where it's like, oh yeah, we met in our Earth's history thousands of years ago.
Yeah, that, and it was kind of ridiculous about the Revenge of the Fallen was fucking ridiculous whenever they made the Devastator, and he's got 2 fucking balls. He's got a scrotum of fucking wrecking balls. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
yeah,
kids movie. I was like, I thought Transformers were for kids. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I don't think that's appropriate for kids.
Well, people have been. I mean, you had those like you had like the SpongeBob SquarePants actor. Say one of those robots that people accused of racism or something like that.
Oh yeah,
I know. It's like, oh, that was funny.
Goes right into the topic about censorship. So me and this SJW faggot start getting into this damn argument, and I said something like, I was like, well, at least in Iron Man 1, I was like, the terrorists were Muslims, like in real life, and I stand by that statement. That's a fucking fact. Like, take a look at anything going on in the fucking EU right now or anywhere else. Fuck, there was a terrorist bombing reported in New York recently. And I mean, it's happening. We're actually just getting better at stopping these fuckers before the shit happens. Oh, and they're ignorant too, so they kind of fuck it up themselves as well, thankfully. But not that I definitely don't want people to fucking die towards terrorism. Because I was fucking former U.S. Navy and joined the Navy because of fucking 9/11, like way back.
Yeah.
Jeez, but holy fucking shit. So this asshole starts fucking trying to talk shit and find fault in anything I say, and he starts doing these insane mental gymnastics and fucks himself up. First off, he told me that progressives were liberals, and I was like, no, there's a huge difference between the progressive ideology and a liberal ideology. I was like, that's wrong.
The moment you do groupthink, you're no longer liberal, basically. Because liberalism at its heart is an individualistic, ideology, or at least it was supposed to be.
It was. Yeah, at the beginning it was. Like it seems like if you're not a progressive, you're fucking or like Marxist. You're on the right, and I'm like, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, like basically liberalism was meant as like, I don't know, like a counterpoint to like the collectivist, right wing ideologies, like kind of like the religious right, basically, those groups.
Exactly. Right. And progressive have turned into the fucking religious right. They're just on the left.
Oh yeah, they're just the opposite.
He was like, well, what's a progressive? I was like, far left ideology. He was like, you just said that blah blah blah, and I was like, dude, I'm the one who said that the progressives were on the left. He was like, so they're liberals. I was like, no, they're not fucking liberals. But we started getting into it, and he started doing all these crazy mental gymnastics. You should check out my Twitter feed and fucking look at some of the crazy shit, because you could probably see what both of us said. He tried to fucking report me for abuse. No, and it didn't work. It didn't work. He couldn't win the fucking debate, so he tried to silence me, which is a 100% SJW tactic. It's the same shit like people trying to shut down Ben Shapiro on fucking college campuses and anything else. But I thought that was funny as fuck. I was getting a love from like everybody in the damn in the Twitter stream. Dude was like, man, he was like, well, Zilla, don't ever change. I was like, don't worry, I won't. I was like, this is fucking great. He tried to apologize for me, and I was like, fuck that. I was like, don't apologize for me. I am not sorry. I was like, fuck that faggot. I was like, he started this shit, and now he wants to play the fucking victim. That's fucking perfect. That's a progressive 100%. Fuck him. And I don't know. It was fucking crazy. And also we were talking about how popular the Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man is Marvel's bestseller. So they keep trying to.
He was talking it.
I was talking to that with somebody else that was on the thread. I forgot who it was. I think her name begins with an M, but it was ridiculous, man. Like fucking. I was like, yeah. They also keep trying to stick. He was like, the reason why you didn't like the Spider-Man Homecoming movie is because it was diverse and it was liberal. And I was like, dude, that movie was not liberal. I was like, that movie was progressive. That was a big fucking difference.
Yeah.
I was like, the idiot doesn't even know he's a fucking progressive. The fuck? Like how and I was like, dude, I was like, how old are you? Because if you're a kid, I'll just stop this conversation right now because it's really not fair. I was like, dude, it feels like I'm having a battle of wits with an unarmed person. Like I was like throwing up all sorts of fucking insults that he probably didn't even get, but other people were like actually people.
Yeah, you were having a battle with the pleb.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the joke, is the pleb, the unprepared, uneducated.
Oh yeah, no, these fuckers go on pure feelings. They have shit for facts. And he started bringing up my tweets, proving my points. I was like, yeah, I know I said that. I'm the one who said that. I was like, yeah, I stand by that statement.
I mean,
fuck about your moral outrage.
I know. It's like I said before. Like, yeah, Spider-Man: Homecoming was cringy. Like that whole that Washington Monument comment, that was like cringy as fuck, basically.
Everything with that stupid ass character was cringy as fuck. Like even it's like
it's like, oh yeah, Michelle inside.
Her in the detention where she was just kind of like, oh, I just come here just to hang around.
Yeah, just to draw people to detention. I'm like edgy.
Yeah, it's like who does? Yeah, that's edgy. Like. I know, it's like that's just like that's just so it's cringy. I mean, who does that really?
Dumbass people with no personalities.
Yeah.
And also,
I know it's like
her as an actual person is fucking ridiculous. Like she's fucking worthless. But if
the character, bullshit, the actor.
The actress, yeah, she is fucking stupid as fuck. If you've seen any of her dumb shit from the fucking MTV Movie Awards or
which she did?
Fucking asshole cesspool, you know what I'm saying? Toilet, but
yeah, because I remember MTV used to be good. It was like a alternate way to get people's music out, but now it's become an SJW breeding ground.
Oh, dude, I remember when they used to play like nothing but fucking music videos. That's and Beavis and
Yeah.
Butthead. You know what I'm saying? That was
Oh yeah,
great.
because
And even Beavis and Butthead had music videos.
yeah, I mean that's the thing is that it's like all these companies have basically turned their backs on what made them who they are today, and it
Oh yeah,
wasn't being progressive SJWs. Yeah.
taking part in that conversation as well and throwing his 2 cents into it. Apparently, fucking damn, if you're Latino and for some reason Latinx came up, if Florence fucked him up on that shit, he's like, it's not a race. I was like, oh, well then Trump did nothing wrong, right? Trump's not a racist if he's talking about fucking people coming over from Mexico, the actual fucking coyotes being rapists and shit.
Aren't
And I
well,
was
I
like, I
mean
guess
Mexicans are
it's not racist.
I think because Latinos and Mexicans I think are look different.
No, like it's all got to do with Mediterranean DNA. I know this only because my mother took a DNA test, so I know what her DNA is, so I know what half my DNA is. And
Okay, because I thought Latinos were people from Latin America.
well, they're actually okay, so Central South American. You know what I'm saying? They were all basically conquered by the conquistadors, right? And they are from the
Yeah.
Mediterranean. You know what I'm saying? So you've got that type of bloodline in the Mediterranean. Anything from Spain to Greece is the Mediterranean DNA.
Okay.
I only know this because I've got like 10% of it in myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm 10% this.
Yeah.
So, or is like 11.5 or some shit like that. But I'll just round it off to 10. But so their DNA is what has a huge effect on that. That's why you have a lot of Catholic religious from there because their culture like goes with that. But you also have the natural DNA that was from like South and Central American. There were already people there with their own fucking DNA chain. You know what I'm saying? Like evolution wise, have like a mix there of that. But to say that that's not their own fucking race is ridiculous. I don't know. But anyway, he was doing this crazy mental gymnastics, double think, and fucking himself up. I think he was confusing himself and trying to confuse me. We were working on like 10 tweets at the same time. But I was keeping
Oh,
up. I was like, nope, don't give a fuck about your moral outrage. You're stupid. I was like, yeah, I stand by that statement. There's nothing wrong with that statement. You know what I'm saying? Just taking them one at a time.
Okay.
But
yeah, from what I can tell, I feel like Latinos tend to be lighter skinned than Hispanics, just from like my observation.
well, it's got to do. It's called Latino descent, basically. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
Hispanic descent. Like it's still basically along the same fucking genetic tree. There'll be variations. I mean, you look at fucking South Saharan African people. You know what I'm saying? Versus like people that were in fucking Uganda, Haiti, shit like that. You're just like, oh wow.
Yeah.
But it was ridiculous, man. I mean, even look at Europe right now. What's known as the Western Europe DNA. Then you have Scandinavian DNA, Eastern
Oh yeah.
Europe.
Well, basically in Europe, it's broken up like this. There's Celtic, Germanic, Latin-based DNA, like the people who are descendant of Romans, like Italians, and then you have the Spaniards and Portuguese. I think are pretty much similar, and then you have Slavic,
Exactly, and the
like
Latin that you're talking about, that is one whole blood type right there, or DNA type
oh
right
yeah,
there.
Romans, yeah,
That whole
yeah,
Mediterranean
basically.
area.
Yeah, see, the thing is that in Europe, ethnic groups are kind of broken up depending on your language class. Like Slavic, they're all part of the same. Like Russians, Ukrainians, they're all Slavs. And then like Germans, like Germanics, or like Scandinavians, Germans, they have the same. And even the British, because the British are also Anglo-Saxon, which are German. And then Celts are like Irish, Scottish, Welsh.
Exactly. So to say like exactly, so even amongst like, we'll just take that. Even amongst like the whole white people, like
Oh yeah,
the
whites.
you have like
Whites are very diverse. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Well,
why a lot of Scandinavian people are blonde, blue eyes, and like really blonde. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's the thing is that I forgot to mention Greek because Greek is also European too. That's just the thing is that that's one of the sad things is that it's sad that Europe is adopting the very Americanized view of race, which again is so illogical and stupid because it simplifies everything. It's like when you look at it, every race is diverse due to the fact that they have so many different variations. Like with whites and stuff, they have so many variations in hair color, eye color, and skin color that they are a very diverse, group of people. Like, that's just how I view it, is that it's that people, this whole the whole race concept of race that we have right now is extremely simplistic.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous. I don't know. The only reason I even know like half this shit is because my mother took a DNA test, so I know what my DNA is. So if we're talking about actual DNA patterns or stuff like that, and even if you look back even at like Sicily and the Sicilians and shit like that, they were taken over and conquered by like African warlords like way back when. So even their DNA is kind of mixed also. You know what I'm saying? So the different variations have to do with like different wars that went across like fucking thousands and thousands of fucking years. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, it's like how people today have like such a huge issue on like who like have this big argument about what race Jesus was, which is laughable because the Bible doesn't really ever mention the importance of his race. It's important to all these these like race obsessed ideologues on what race he is.
Yeah, I'm an atheist, so I think he was like a fictional character to start with. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like arguing. And don't get me wrong, I know Santa Claus was an actual person way back. You know what I'm saying? Like the mythology of what Saint Nick was now doesn't fucking matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen black Santa Clauses, Mexican Santa Clauses.
Well,
people can have their Santa Claus. I don't give a fuck what they think.
I guess the reality is that given the reasons, I had to talk to a coworker. Like a coworker of mine said that Jesus, because he's in the Middle East, he had to be dark skinned. I had to explain to him that I had to explain to him that at the time period when he was born, basically Jerusalem, Israel was a melting pot. It was like New York City of the ancient world. It was like literally like you had Romans, you had Jews, you had basically ancient Arabs, you had the Persians, who are light skinned. You had who else? You had several. He could literally be any color, basically, given how diverse the region was. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the Persian Empire. How mixed they were, like, and how many different.
Oh yeah, it's like. Well, you have to look at Iranians too. Like Iranians say, you can find Iranians with blonde hair, and I think some have blue eyes. And like back in ancient times, there was a group of people called the Scythians who were described as being very bright red haired and blue eyed, and they were located in the Iran region.
Yeah, did you hear about the Clovis people in North America?
No.
Oh yeah, Clovis people. They found remains of like this ancient tribe that like fucking predates a lot of shit that they thought, and they had fucking red hair and they were huge. You know what I'm saying? So that's even North America. You have got fucking different.
So like, did they look like Native Americans still, or were they like
not actually
Caucasian?
They looked like Celtics. Like honestly, they even had like ruins and shit like that in some of the skin cultures that they found on their face, like tattooed like ruins. So it was very
like were they hinting at that they came over like Celts made it to America?
I mean, sure, I guess they must have. You know what I'm saying? But like, it's still them just being here has great implications on mixing of DNA from different cultures. You know what I'm saying? So
well, yeah, it's just that's just the point is that basically, like contrary to people believe, the regions are very mixed, especially in ancient history. Like a lot of people don't seem to understand that Caucasians basically came from that Iranian region, that region in Iran, like thousands of years ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's like the northwest Middle East and stuff like that part. Basically, that's where supposedly Indo-European language came from, the first Europeans.
Yeah,
which makes sense because that's also where like the Neanderthals migrated to. Yeah, because Europeans and Middle Easterners, I think Asians have a lot of Neanderthal DNA in them.
Oh yeah, you can look at different people's bone structures to see that shit. That definitely suggests
Yeah,
interbreeding. And that's actually two different fucking species
yeah,
that were alive at the same time
yeah,
as
Neanderthal.
Cro-Magnon.
Yeah,
What were
like
you
the
saying?
sad thing
Sorry.
is the sad thing is that the like white nationalists took the that whole theory about the Neanderthal mixing with us and tried to put a spin on how Africans were like inferior to Europeans.
Culture-wise, I agree with them. Shit.
Well, I guess they were saying genetically that Africans were inferior because they didn't mix with the Neanderthal. Like it was based upon that theory. Yeah, they're trying to use that theory to peddle basically a racial superiority argument.
Oh yeah, that's ridiculous.
I know. I hate when people do that
Sorry,
when they.
we keep cutting you off. Sorry about that. I think Florence was going to come in on some shit.
Oh yeah, what were you gonna say, Florence?
I mean, to be honest, I actually, because you know how in nature there's always like, for example, I think I heard about this that like the seals just kind of like they're just kind of like seals that I guess like the one that's the biggest and the biggest in the whole pack will mate with like more women.
Yeah,
You
the
know?
alpha male.
Yeah, the alpha male. Personally, I kind of like to think that a lot of these SJWs are kind of like the betas, kind of. I mean,
Well, yeah.
you know.
Well, that's a fact. If you look at even like the bar scenes in our fucking species, you know what I'm saying? At bars, get most of the women's at the club scene. Like in every fucking club, 10% of the
Yeah.
guys there are gonna fuck like 90% of the girls. It's just what happens. It's normally the ones that have like the most money, the ones that are over 6 feet tall,
Well,
and like are dressed fucking nice. If you walk in looking like a scrub, you ain't gonna get shit. Like what the fuck?
yeah.
That's just true, and a lot of them just don't know how to fucking talk to girls, which is like unfortunate for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I learned that shit early. Like it's just straight up. Like being blunt is always the best tactic.
Yeah, from what I can tell, because I go to I actually go to bars every weekend and stuff, just because I have the weekends off. Yeah, basically Friday night and Saturday night because those are the most popular times. Because Sunday night no one's there.
Hell
Back
yeah.
on that subject is that I find that basically the worst enemy when it comes to talking to girls at bars is either fear of rejection and fear of some dude coming in and like basically taking you down and stuff. But my experience is actually it doesn't really happen. Like you can actually get to talk to them. I guess your worst enemy tends to be like one of her friends because she's the one who sometimes will try to stop you. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the cock block. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That's what gave me.
Oh yeah, it's not the is the it's like some guy or white knight. It's not really. It's normally her best friend or friend.
And honestly, the funniest shit is the more her friends tell her not to get up with somebody, like the more likely she is willing to do that because girls are just fucking opposite that way. Like you know what I'm saying?
I know it's kind of. I know it's just kind of dumb because I don't. I mean, I guess it's because some friends are just either overprotective or just overly jealous. But it's kind of like people are having a good time and it's just
That's
I
why
don't
you
know.
need to go with a wingman. You need a wingman to like to block that bitch off. Like seriously,
Yeah,
it's like
I don't have a wingman. I don't know anyone that
oh dude, I mean,
that well.
I've got the best wingman in history. I mean, my buddy, I'm not gonna name any names, but he is the shit. Like he's fucking fantastic about running and also running game on their beta best friend zone fucker because that guy can be a problem. I'll be honest with you. But
Yeah. See,
but yeah.
what I do is I kind of wait, and if it's good, her friend gets distracted or something like that, because there are other guys as well who are also going to come in and stuff, and like distract her, and so that's when I move in and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Timing's a lot,
But it's
but
like
you're 100% right. It's 100% got to do with like self-reflecting. Like if you don't have enough confidence to go out and talk, that's really all it really takes. And just let them fucking let them lead the fucking conversation. Bitches love to talk. Fucking just be like, look, just start a conversation. Oh, what about you? 3 responses you need really to just continue on
they
a
say.
conversation.
Yeah, they know. I read about this. They say like when it comes to like talking to women, it's like you ask them the questions. You want to let them talk.
How do you feel about this? Oh, that's so interesting. I agree.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Someone also at one point you just have to say, "Oh yeah, I want to like."
be like, hey, let's get out of here.
People expected, yeah.
I mean, really and truly, but
Well, that's one thing I have noticed is that at bars, yeah, you never see guys do that. Actually, they either do like the whole conversation and see where it goes, or getting the number and stuff. And a lot of people say you don't want to get a number; you want to like go for what you want and stuff.
exactly. Like, you never want to plan another date when you're on a date. I mean, like that
Oh
shit will
yeah,
just.
I saw a guy get kind of like cuck out and stuff one time. Like I think it was last week, where like he was like he's talking to this girl, and the girl seemed interested. Like he was basically he was like holding her and stuff, and all that stuff. And then basically, yeah, they just talk, and then she just leaves with their friend, and he just let her leave and stuff. Yeah.
I, me personally, and don't get me wrong, I'm a little older. Like, fuck, I'm in my 30s now, but like, used to, the big thing was if when they asked you to dance, go fucking dance with them. It's great, dude. You're gonna get like a dry hump right there on the fucking dance floor. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You're
Oh yeah,
right.
no, that happens all the time. Yeah.
And I'm 100% sure they're just trying to figure out how fucking large your size is. That's all that's about, and I'll let them know. Like, no problem. I'll stick my cock right in between their fucking ass cheeks. No problem. But
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. It's just I'm just saying is that basically this guy basically had one of the the nicer ones. She wasn't overweight. She wasn't like one of like the like potential feminist types. You know what I mean? Those ones that you can see from a mile away and stuff.
oh
And
yeah,
he basically kind of like just he didn't take it to the next level. She just talked and he held her, and then that was it.
oh dude, people hold themselves back. Like, you are your own worst enemy in the dating scene. Period. Like, overthinking.
I think it mainly has to do it mainly has to do with feminism, because I've been trying to get that out of my system as well, just because you have all this fear mongering and scare tactics, and like feminists trying to basically ruin the heterosexual male's lifestyle.
Yeah, exactly. But they can't have it both ways. So you want guys to take the initiative, but at the same time, you don't want compliments. Go fuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? If I'm want to tell a girl she looks nice, I'm going to tell her she's fucking looks nice.
Funny enough, here in Seattle, actually, I've complimented a lot of girls, and they actually don't seem to really complain or get upset. I've only had a few times where a girl will just either ignore that I compliment her and stuff. I just move on, because no point in just getting upset over that. So, but I find that actually a lot of girls here are actually fine and like the compliments.
Exactly. Yeah. Girls generally do. What were you saying,
Florence? Oh, yeah. So, basically that whole feminist narrative is just bullshit.
Yeah. Well,
and this is arguably one of the most SJW cities in America.
What were you saying, Florence? My bad, dude.
Oh no, I was just agreeing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had a coworker who's gay who basically says, "Oh, he doesn't like women and stuff." Saying, "Oh, you should all be gay and stuff." It's like, yeah, well, someone has to reproduce.
Yeah, gotta continue on the species.
Yeah, I mean, I have a problem with women, which is why I really like the turd fleeing monkeys videos and stuff. But as we still being heterosexual, it's still fun to conversate and potentially go out on dates and have a good time with women.
I don't have a problem with women. I have a problem with feminists. Like, as soon as I feel
gynocentrism.
Yeah, as soon as there's those red flags start popping up, I just fucking move on. Fuck it. Not worth my time. You're not worth my shit. I'll go find something worthwhile.
See, here's my thing is that when it comes to like the feminist stuff, if you can get them in bed, it's kind of funny, because then they don't know that you're one of those red pilled MGTOW types and stuff. So it's kind of they don't know who your political opinion stuff.
Oh yeah, well, once their fucking sexual marketplace value starts going down, you know what I'm saying? It is like,
oh yeah, I just find some of the entertaining part is when you can actually get a feminist into bed and stuff. She doesn't know that you're a potential MRA and like MGTOW and conservative or something that they hate and stuff.
Oh, I agree, like 100%.
To me, it's kind of like it's like the funniest joke and stuff. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not like MGTOW or anything. I would love to have like an actual relationship that is worth something. That's what I'm really looking for. But
MGTOW, I think MGTOW, a lot of people think MGTOWs don't want relationships. I think there are MGTOWs that do. I mean, the only thing I disagree with MGTOW is they've been trying to talk about sex dolls being a thing. And yeah, I'm not really into that because for me it's like I like there being like a human being, you know, someone who's alive and not just like a doll and stuff. I feel like that wouldn't be a really good replacement for women.
I would be way more into it if the AI was better. If I could actually program them to do things like be my assassin roid or some shit, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I'd be so down for that. Be like, here's a katana.
I get that. It's just I don't know. It's just for me. It's just I don't know. I like people. You know, I want someone who is an actual human being. You know, because again, a doll can only look so real, and obviously they're not going to move like a human being.
Did you see Turd flinging his upgrade to B2, that video game character?
No.
Review on that. He's like, look, the big deal about it, one of the things that turns people off about sex dolls is their eyes, because they're not human.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Well, B2 is wearing a blindfold, so you can't really see her eyes, so that takes that element out of the equation. And if we're talking about sex dolls, they are sex toys. Like, plain and simple, that's just what the fuck they are. It's no different than a girl buying a vibrator. There is absolutely no fucking...
Yeah, well, again, when it comes to those female sex toys, I also kind of, I guess I kind of feel sometimes the same way as that. It kind of, it kind of tends to maybe hurt people who want to actually have a sexual relationship with actual people.
Well, I disagree because sex is better than any sex toy you can buy. Like, sex with an actual person is way better. You've got two people doing things, you know what I'm saying? It's very intimate.
Yeah,
you know
that's what I thought. I always felt like, I don't know, I guess I always had this fear that kind of people are kind of tuning out of, wanting to go out and find the actual person because they have all these alternatives now.
Well, yes and no. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I love my internet porn. But
well, I feel like there's a difference between internet porn and sex toys, because with internet porn, again, you're not actually going to be touching any of the people you watch on screen, compared to like a sex toy where it's something actually physical.
Well, I don't know. What do you think about like spanking lotion or whatever, that KY good shit?
Wait, what?
And sex lube. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, lube. I know lube. Yeah.
I mean, it's the same basic thing. That is classified as a sex toy, I suppose. Like, because it's well, I guess not a sex toy, but it is you know what I'm saying? Same as like a vibrator would be. But
yeah.
But at the same time, like, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those gray areas when it comes to your own masturbatory habits, I suppose. But I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Also, to those of you who are watching this, yes, I can definitely prove that this is still relevant to free expression in pop culture.
We will come back to that, I promise.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I feel like there's a difference between porn and sex toys. And, porn is like I've watched porn before, and it's like pretty much you still want to go out and find an actual person.
Oh,
than just like that's how I feel, is that I watch it, but I still want to definitely go out and find an actual person. Yeah.
Well, I mean, with an actual person, you're most of the time, I would hope you're trying to build a relationship, unless it's just like a one-night stand deal. You just something wrong. You're like, look, we're definitely not.
I'm
going to end up.
Well, for me, I'm actually, I'm in an open relationship with someone right now, just because she's asexual, so it's kind of like so it's basically like casual stuff, since I'm already in a relationship with someone else.
So wait a minute, you're in a relationship with someone, and it's purely mental or emotional, and when you say
it's basically like
she has like no sex drive.
Basically it's kind of like we're together, like we're engaged and stuff, like we're getting married and stuff, but we're also like it's kind of open in the sense that we can do casual stuff. It's just nothing too serious.
Interesting. I've never been in one of those, and there's no fucking way I could be in one of those, because I would get jealous, and also I would start setting rules. I'd be like, look, so you're bisexual, great. Here's the deal. Whoever you're fucking, I'm also fucking, because if I'm in a relationship with someone, I've got no desire to I mean, don't get me wrong, of course you got you're gonna look and have desires to fuck other people, but you should have enough self-control, in my eyes, to go out and on your spouse. But I mean, don't get me wrong. If I was in a relationship with a bisexual person and she wanted to have one of her flings or whatever, I feel like eating some pussy tonight. Like if that's what she would tell me, I'd be like, great, invite her over. We're both fucking her because we're gonna do this shit as a fucking team. I was like, whoever you're fucking, I'm fucking also in the same room at the same time.
Yeah, well, I guess this would, yeah, the reason why we kind of agreed to this was because, yeah, she has, since she's asexual and stuff, as in she doesn't have a sex drive, she's, she is like she's emotionally attracted to people and stuff, like, basically, like I guess love and sex, and like, yeah, emotion and stuff, and then sex is like right?
You were
kind of like that.
You were cutting out. I didn't hear anything you just said.
Oh, can you hear me now?
I can, but I mean, it was like a lot of computer noise. You know
Oh,
what I'm saying?
okay, yeah, that happens sometimes. What I was saying was that, yeah, basically because she's asexual, she's not sexually attracted to basically anyone. But she can be emotionally attracted to people and like, fall in love and do all that other stuff. So basically, yeah, so essentially, like, she doesn't really, even though we're in an open relationship, she wouldn't really go out and, be with someone else because she's asexual, but she was fine with me doing that just because, I'm pretty heterosexual.
So she realizes you have actual sexual needs in a relationship, but she doesn't cheat on you. Like I mean, when I say cheat, like she does not fuck other people.
Oh no, she's asexual, so she finds sex really gross.
The fuck? Sorry, not talking junk about your girl or nothing, but I don't know. You must have like the patience of Job or some shit because I don't think I could do that. Like holy shit.
Yeah, it's fine. I mean, yeah. But that's the reason why we agreed to it, because so she could feel, she didn't have to, do it lots of times.
Jesus. What were you saying, Florence? My bad.
To kind of go back to the whole diversity thing, I actually, because you both know who Eduardo Lopez is, right?
Oh yeah,
Eduardo. You mean he's in the messages, right?
Yeah, he actually told me at one point that you can actually down in Mexico, you can actually find a ton of like there's actually a ton of people where he's from. He actually there are just kind of like people who are just like mutts basically, so you'll find like people from different, I guess you can say, nationalities there. Like I mean, they might be Hispanic or Latino or whatever, but they'll probably have more than likely they'll probably have something else in them. So that kind of goes back to the whole like, I just kind of think that everyone's a mutt in one way or another.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
I agree with you, man. I've got like African DNA, Mediterranean, Scandinavian, Western Europe, like fucking.
Yeah, I got
that. Like, you do not want racially pure DNA because I mean, the more inbreeding you get is like the only way you can really be pure.
Well, again, the reality is
really has a lot of fucked up, like bad birth defects.
Well, here's the thing is, I mean, here's the weird thing is that when it comes to every race, there's so much variation in the DNA in the race that again, it's like, what you see as Europeans today are an amalgamation of a whole bunch of tribes that we either conquered or basically, conjoined together. Like, like Celts are a bunch of tribes put together into one ethnic group. And then, Germans, same thing, a bunch of Germanic tribes that basically molded together to form, an identity and stuff. So basically, like when it comes to like, genetic diversity still, I think you're still genetically diverse. If that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Very much so.
Because I hate how people always talk about like, use that, because I feel like nowadays when someone says inbred, that's kind of like a racial insult nowadays, because most people usually refer to whites when they talk about people who are inbred, when it's like, I've seen a lot of very ugly looking black people who might have been inbred too.
Oh, no way, dude. The most inbred people on the planet right now are like very conservative Muslims. Like if you have any idea, that's like,
yeah, that's probably why they have so many, like they're, always going after kids and, doing all these crazy sexual stuff. Because when you're inbred, sometimes that really can F up your sexuality.
Well, not only that, but it creates so many other emotional and genetic problems.
Yeah, like, well, I mean, a
Susceptible.
lot of people talk about the monarchies, but I don't know. Monarchies, they're kind of, I don't know. When you look at the history of monarchies, they aren't, not all of them are as bad. They're kind of very average, kind of compared to how people try to scare tactic them.
Well, there was a lot of cousin fucking going on with
Well,
monarchies, but at
yeah,
the same time, like the ones that were at the top of the food chain were generally getting married off to other monarchies of different fucking places, like
yeah. Well,
France and shit, or princesses and
well,
princes.
it's just people make it sound like they were all mentally insane because of the inbreeding, but it's like not really. They all are kind of normal people who are pretty refined and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but I guess you're saying, yeah, it's like, yeah, that's what this thing is. When people talk about inbred, it's like a racial insult against whites nowadays.
Oh,
Because you never hear someone use that insult to like blacks, Hispanics, or anyone else.
oh, dude, blacks. I'm sure blacks got inbred as fuck as well. I mean, look, if you look at the slave population, like during
Yeah, you go.
the colonial days, like I mean, who else are
Yeah,
those guys going to be fucking? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure fucked a lot of slaves. It is what it
oh
is,
yeah.
but like that's a fact. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's genetic fact.
Well,
But
you
no,
know, again, you
seriously.
just have to go in the hood. You just have to go down the hood and stuff, and yeah, you'll see a lot of ugly looking people down there and stuff.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
I
is
know,
what it
but
is.
you know, of course, you can't do that. Otherwise, you'll get called racist if you do that. Even though it's like, yeah, you do the same thing to whites in the South and stuff. So
No, I'm sure a lot of cousins like jumped the broom together, like back then during
yeah,
like the colonial period. But at the
I know.
same
It's like, oh
when you're
yeah,
talking about monarchies, like you're talking about the people in their respective kingdoms that were like the most educated as well. So to say that they were crazy in there, so I don't know. I mean, don't get me wrong, there was a lot of dumb shit
well,
going
it's
on,
just well, just the
but
history books suggest otherwise, contrary to what people are trying to say.
oh yeah.
But
But I
I
mean,
guess, yeah.
it's not like other people weren't marrying their cousins like also throughout the
Oh
entire.
yeah, no, yeah. It's only very
Like,
recently that people have like been like in Europe too, but in America, yeah, it's only like the last. It's become taboo to not, basically date a family member,
oh yeah.
like a cousin. Yeah, like it's kind of like how in Naruto when you realize that all of those clans, they're kind of cousins, like the Hyugas, the Uchi, they're all cousins.
That is hilarious.
Yeah, which means that they're inbreeding.
That's fantastic.
But you know that, right? Because again, they have the same genetic traits and stuff, which means that they are cousins. Yeah, marrying each other.
Oh yeah.
But
The poor,
I guess anyway, what?
I was saying the poor Uchiha clan got fucking decimated, so that's kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, too much inbreeding, so they had to be cut out and stuff.
And maybe that's why they tried to overthrow the fucking fire village.
Yeah, because they were tired of being judged for their relationship choices.
Oh, that's so good. That's
But anyway, I guess moving on. So we were before the stream started, we were talking about like Rotten Tomatoes and like just how out of touch it seems like out of touch critics are with the people.
they're extremely out of touch. Like if you
Because
look at the
like
critic versus
what?
the actual audience, yeah, you're
Oh
100%
yeah.
right. Look at the critic scores versus the audience scores. Very seldom will you see the two of them like uh the same or
Well,
close to the
funny.
same.
Well, funny that this is happening now because a lot of people brought this up when Man of Steel came out because that was kind of when people were talking about Rotten Tomatoes having an issue. People were complaining about Rotten Tomatoes versus the audience opinions and stuff. So it's kind of interesting how this has become a thing, again recently. But in this case, it has to do with SJWs and the potential of how they're affecting critics and their reviews.
Exactly. And I like Man of Steel. I'll be honest. So I think it's like the best
Oh
DC
yeah,
fucking movie that they've come
I
out with.
actually think for me, it's my favorite Superman film because I like it how it tries something new. Like you actually get to see Superman fight in a real, like showing off his actual powers.
Oh yeah,
Because
dude.
you've never really seen that before in movies. Yeah.
Oh man, that fight scene in the city when they were like knocking buildings down and shit. I was like, this is a real Superman movie. Me and Florence
Yeah.
were just talking about that. Like, damn, that's a good fucking Superman fight scene because you can't really show off his powers. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's not that you
Oh
can't.
yeah.
You can't really
Yeah.
do
Everyone kept saying Zack Snyder needs to direct a Dragon Ball Z movie now.
Dude, for real, that was some Dragon Ball Z shit, dude. That was perfect.
Yeah.
I was like, oh fuck. I was like, damn, they're
Oh
whooping.
yeah.
That was
Oh
fantastic.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you have to watch Blackbuster Critic's Dragon Ball Evolution video. It's like so hilarious.
Oh, dude, that movie sucked dick.
Oh, I
That
know
sucked.
it's bad, yeah. But his review is like just hilarious how he breaks it down and stuff.
Jesus.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just yeah, because I just find it amazing that the Orville got like a 25% on Rotten Tomatoes when like basically so many people love it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great, dude. It's a better fucking
Star
Star Trek
Trek, yeah,
than the fucking than the Star
STD.
Trek STD. Yeah, hell yeah.
I know. Do you think that they even realize that that's the acronym for it?
I hope they didn't realize it. I hope it was like just something that happened that was just fucking like poetic justice because that shit is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's like I just don't get it. It's like how can again, it's like how can like Star Trek sorry, the Orville have a 21% when 93% of audience like it.
Yep. It's not progressive enough and it shows both sides of a fucking argument. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah, like I didn't watch it, but I saw clips from that episode where apparently it's like that world where if you do something wrong, you get downvoted or upvoted and stuff.
That's hilarious. I think it was more about the episode where it was a culture that they're all one gender, and then lo and behold, there's like a baby born with a different gender, and they were going through like, and do we change the gender of this thing to everybody else's from this fucking species or not? And I mean, it brought into question a whole bunch of stuff. And when they were doing gender, I'm talking about like real gender, not that sociological bullshit, fucking multi-gender or more than two gender bullshit argument. They were actually talking about like the two genders, the binary. You know what I'm saying? The reality, the
Oh,
biology.
so you mean so they were talking about like male and female, you mean?
Correct. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if that's what their particular.
Well, I mean, well, it's in the well, I guess in the future, I think maybe humanity realized that, oh yeah, science and biology is a thing that should
Yeah.
count.
Well, it used to be like that already before, and it still is in reality.
Yeah.
Like, listen,
But
but
yeah, but then we
just
have identity politics, which is extremely anti-science. Like, you just need
yeah,
to watch turd flinging monkey videos to realize how anti-science these SJWs are.
hell yeah, and the alt right sometimes as well. But I must say,
Oh well, yeah, the alt-right, they want everything that the SJWs want, but for whites and stuff. That's basically what they are. They're the same. They're basically the same ideology, just with different groups. Like it's a special interest group where they want their feelings to be heard and met and stuff.
yep, very much so.
That's the reason why Turf Monk. I think he bashed him in the video too, where basically, yeah, they're both kind of feminine style ideologies, which are about feelings and emotions and feeling persecuted.
Oh yeah, well, it's definitely the feminist style fucking arguments. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the alt right is just a little bit more scientific than the alt left at this point. But at the same
yeah.
time,
I mean, that's because
it's
they're on the
the same,
fringes, so I think they kind of have to be.
but at the same
They're not
time,
mainstream.
it's the same political bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah,
It's
I
the same.
mean, it's kind of like how the Turf Monkey talked about. How I think in Turf Monkey's philosophy is his belief is that I think all of this started with like feminism, because he says that the welfare state didn't exist until basically the like the voting rights for women happened.
I believe it.
It's just he looks at the time frame, like when it happened and like what time it happened. So because basically like blacks were given the right to vote in like 1870 or 1869, basically right after Civil War, and there was no welfare state when they got the right to vote. Because if you look at the alt right kind of tends to make it seem like the welfare state was started by blacks or for blacks, but that's actually not true.
No, not at all. It was for veterans,
Yeah.
women whose
Well, women
husbands
first,
got.
yeah, yeah, women.
I mean,
Well,
in
yeah,
all
because
honesty, like if
well,
you
when you
look
look at the welfare state is pretty much basically, basically turning the government into a woman's husband.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. It
yeah.
takes the place of the husband, and
Well, yeah, because
I saw this
what?
really interesting video that had to do with pair bonding and how that that pair bonding marriage and stuff, how it like totally kicked off the human race to be better than the other fucking great apes, very much so in pair bond. Like
You mean sorry, mating for life?
yeah, exactly. I think it was who was it wasn't was it Christina Hoff Summers who was she had a video out that was why I'm anti-feminist or something like that, and she went through all these crazy actual biological arguments, which were very good. You know what I'm saying? First, let me check that out. It was
Yeah. Well, it's just yeah. I guess well, I guess the interesting thing is that like I don't know. It's just like because Turtling Monkey showed that basically when it comes to single women, they almost unanimously vote Democrat, whereas when it comes to married women, they tend to more likely vote Republican.
yeah, I think that depends on the region and the city also,
Well,
because I know a lot of
the numbers like he did the national numbers, and it shows that the national numbers it is pretty lopsided, kind of. Yeah.
oh yeah, I mean I believe it, but I mean I'm what I'm just saying is hashtag not all. Like you know what I'm saying? I know a lot of
Well, no.
single women,
Well, yeah.
single mothers
But he's just
around.
talking about the curve.
Oh yeah, the curve
You
for
know,
sure.
he's
Oh
talking
yeah,
about like the
overwhelmingly.
percentage. Like when you take up the entire percentage of the United States population, you're still gonna have a lot of women who vote Republican or are single. But this is like the majority. You know, the percentage. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I have no doubts the percentages.
Yeah. But it does make sense when you think about it because, you know, again, when the Democrats, they want bigger government, more, you know, welfare, more, you know, those social services and all that stuff.
It was Karen. I'm gonna fuck up. I'm gonna butcher the shit out of her last name. Strongen.
Karen
Fuck.
Strogan.
Yes.
Sounds familiar.
Yeah, she's appeared on Louder with Crowder a couple times, more than a couple times. She was also she used to be a feminist, and she quickly saw like the ideology turn to
Oh,
cancer.
so,
Became
wait, what did you say that again? There's a glitch.
sorry about that. Yeah, that happens a minute. Yeah, she used to be a feminist, but then she saw her own ideology turn to cancer, so that's why she quickly became an anti-feminist. But
Okay. Yeah. Like Christina Summers.
just like 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like, but she has a video called "Why I'm an Anti-Feminist," and she goes over a lot of different details. Or maybe it wasn't her channel in particular, but she was the one who was talking about it. It had to
Oh,
do with
yeah.
like pair bonding because she was saying basically like men were standing in front of actual nature to protect women for like years and years and years. You know what I'm saying? So it's always been like one direction if you look at societies until it's actually hit a tipping point at this point in time to where women have more rights than men do now. Now, in the ideology keeps saying men are standing in our way when they were never standing in women's way. They were protecting women like throughout fucking years, you know what I'm saying, against actual nature, which would have destroyed women. And she goes over a bunch of statistics and whatnot. It's definitely worth a look. Probably
Okay.
not on this.
That's cool. Yeah.
But no,
Yeah.
sorry.
But I guess to like pop culture. So you know, we were talking about Star Wars since we were talking like the Orville and the Rotten Tomatoes score because Star Wars also has like a 94% on Rotten Tomatoes and only 57% of the audience has liked it.
Hell yeah, it's been fluctuating. Watch that
Yeah.
number keep going down. It was 58, then it was 56, now it's 57.
Oh
now
yeah.
it goes down again.
So like, what is that? So I've heard people like, yeah, I've seen several people online saying they hated it or they didn't like it. So, you know, I don't care about spoil. I guess I'm gonna have a spoil. So spoiler warnings. Whoever's watching this stream, if you don't want to spoil about episode 8, then just skip this video, like right now, and turn it off. But so now the spoiler warning's been given. So let's so who saw the movie? Because I haven't seen it.
Gwalt saw the movie, but yeah, he filled me in on the plot twists that happened in the movie.
Okay, so what exactly are people pissed off the most about? Since it seems like it obviously dissatisfied a lot of people.
It's go for it, Florence. Florence already knows my fucking look at this. Like, I'm gonna grab a drink. You go for it, Florence. I'm gonna mute myself real quick and grab something. I'll be right back.
Okay, so basically, I'm gonna let Walt fill you in on who Ray's parents are, but let me just say that like Snoke, he dies in probably the middle of the movie.
Wait, Snoke dies?
Yeah, Kylo kills him in the middle of the movie.
But he's kind of set up. I don't get that. He's like set up. Sounds like he would be like the evil emperor or something like that.
Oh nope. They thought that they would be like clever enough to think, subvert people's expectations by killing him off in this movie, and then Kylo becomes the new
So basically, they ripped off the dark side ending to the Revenge of the Sith video game, because in that game he kills the Emperor and becomes the new Emperor. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you back, Walt?
I am back.
So wait, so who are Ray's parents then?
Nobodies. They're absolutely nobody. They're nothing special about Ray's parents.
Oh, okay. So basically, it's kind of like how it's like they lead you on to think that you think that they are related or something like that. Like to the Skywalkers or the Solos, but they're not.
Yeah, they're fucking nobodies, dude. The whole movie. Movie was stupid.
Yeah, because again, she's a strong and independent female character and being tied down by that male-centric Skywalker and Solo family.
It was
misogynistic.
It was a beat by beat fucking thing of The Empire Strikes Back, the same way fucking the last abortion of a fucking movie was for New Hope.
Actually, I actually like to think that I actually kind of like to think that the sequel trilogy is just basically the original trilogy, except the events. It's the events from 4, 5, and 6. The events are all in a different order because like Darth Vader was supposed to kill off the Emperor in the end, but Kylo kills Snoke off in the in this movie. So
yeah, so they didn't want to wait another movie to do that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So basically, yeah. So it sounds like this is basically turned into fan fiction. Like it sounds like it's basically original trilogy fan fiction, essentially.
It's original trilogy Tumblr fan fiction with like fucking progressive bullshit added in.
So okay, so what did they put? Like, so since people accused episode 7 of being feminist bullshit, like how bad was it in this movie then?
Well, my my hatred for episode 7 may have bled over into this movie, so I'm not going to say that my opinion isn't biased because it's but
but
it was complete shit, dude. I didn't like it. It was the same bullshit. It was dumb shit.
And so
they had to have.
So like, I'm sorry. So like, did Ray learn like at a fast pace again, like how they did in episode 7?
Well, Ray didn't even learn at a fast pace in episode 7. She just fucking knew the shit with no training.
Yeah.
How the fuck? What? That's ridiculous. That's stupid. You know what I'm saying? She learned that she just knew the Jedi mind trick out of fucking nowhere in episode 7. That's the biggest slap in the face to anybody. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
But
me and Gwalt were actually talking about a scene in The Last Jedi where they were escaping on this speeder while being chased by like a walker and a TIE fighter.
Yeah, one TIE fighter would take out a fucking legion of speeders. Are you fucking kidding me? They're faster, more maneuverable. Oh yeah, they can go up and down. You know what I'm saying? They can evade shit.
So you're saying Ray was on a speeder and they were like being chased by like a TIE fighter and a walker?
Yeah, well, yes. Well, not a walker or a TIE fighter. We'll say multiple, but
multiple.
And there were multiple speeders as well, though. So it's like
they didn't destroy them.
Yeah.
That's so stupid. It's like TIE fighter again. TIE fighters can escape. They can escape the Earth's gravity, like a planet's gravity. That logically means that thing has to be really fast to escape orbit.
Oh yeah.
That's just stupid. Yeah.
I'm trying to tell you, the whole movie was stupid, and fucking Would you like to tell him about fucking Luke? Or
Okay,
Oh
what
yeah.
about Luke?
Oh yeah. Okay, so you know how Yoda in episode 6 he just withers away and dies and goes into the Force.
Oh, you mean episode 5? You mean The Empire Strikes Back,
Uh
right? Oh, wait, no,
no,
sorry. Yeah, right. Sorry,
episode
Return of the
6.
Jedi. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Luke, because he used up the rest of his force in trying to help, in trying to astral project, he withers away and dies into the force.
He
And
dies.
he's like, he dies and he withers away into the force. And like Mark Hamill is probably like 60 or 70 at this point. But like if you go back and look at the prequels, like Christopher Lee, he must have been like 70 or like late 60s or so when he was Count Dooku.
Yeah.
He was a very powerful dark Sith Lord, and like
Oh, yeah.
no,
Well, yes. Well, here's the thing: is Luke is supposed to be a Force god. Like he's literally insanely powerful in the Force. Like he would literally be able to do all that stuff with absolutely no problems at all. According in the original canon, that was basically what was established: was that Luke was basically Anakin Skywalker if he didn't get like cut up by all those, by by like Obi-Wan's lightsaber. Yeah.
yeah, he was
Oh,
when
yeah.
You're talking about Grandmaster Luke in the novels. I know
Yeah, yeah.
exactly what
Grandmaster
you're
Luke is.
talking
Oh yeah, Grandmaster Luke is basically supposed to be someone you're not supposed to like to fuck with. Like he literally, I think 5 years after Return of the Jedi, he basically fought the Emperor again when he was resurrected, and he beat him. Actually, yeah, he was that powerful.
Yep.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
guess what they were trying to go for was like with Yoda when he died in episode 6. But the thing is that Yoda has been around for like hundreds of years. He's like ancient by that point in the
Oh yeah,
movie.
900
So
years old.
Yeah.
yeah,
Fucking insanely. But his race
Oh
lives
yeah.
out, which is fine. But at the same
Oh yeah.
time, he died of fucking old age. He didn't die of the force being sucked out of him or no bullshit. You know what I'm saying? It was
Oh yeah.
the movie fucking sucked. I
Yeah.
don't even
Like,
know
but
what else to say. That was some
yeah,
stupid
but
shit. It was
well,
a
yeah,
bunch
because
of dumb shit.
also if you're using the light side of the Force, yeah, it's never been like it's never been shown that using the light side of the Force in that way is going to basically cause you to die. That's bullshit. Yeah, no, you only would die if you get hit by like a Force attack. The Force doesn't work that way. Yeah, like if you try to, it may not work because it's very taxing and tiring, but it's not gonna drain the Force doesn't work that way. Your Force gets drained. You actually have to be physically cut off from the Force by an outside force to basically have your Force powers taken away or drained like that.
I'm glad I didn't pay for it. Fuck,
I know.
fuck Disney.
Wait,
Fuck,
you didn't pay for it?
fuck no. I stole the shit out of that. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't stupid. I didn't
Wait,
use my
you
computer.
wait, how'd you wait? What did you do? How did you do that?
How do you do anything on the internet?
Oh, you streamed? Okay, I thought you went to the theater.
No, fuck no. Hell no. I wouldn't waste my time.
Resist the mouse. Yay, resist the mouse.
yeah. I think I have to go see it this Tuesday, but I'm just gonna pay standard for the lowest because Tuesday the tickets just cost less. So I'm just gonna
We'll
pay for
try.
the lowest.
If you want to, you could also try steal, take tickets online or something. Find someone to be.
I would.
I'm not sure how that works.
I would recommend a program called Cody.
Cody, what does that give you? Fake.
Yeah, it's like fucking. It's ridiculous. You can have it on your cell phone. It's insane. Not that I use my cell phone. I'm very careful about. I do shit, but
Yeah.
Be
But
careful.
yeah, okay. So basically, Luke, his force power is drained, even though the Force doesn't work that way. Astral project.
Yeah,
Astral Protect, yeah.
Like
Like,
how
he-
far was he projecting?
like planets, galaxies away.
Wait,
Fucking.
you mean sorry, the solar systems, right? Because it's still in the same galaxy.
Yes, I don't know. Like the far reaches to where fucking Ray had to find his ass. You know, Halo was hidden a lot. They were trying to find Luke's fucking location in the first fucking movie.
Okay, well, yeah. I mean, I don't think that's in the outer rim because I don't remember where that planet's located.
Yeah, exactly. But it was a mystery. They had to the fucking find clues to figure out where the fuck he was because he was hidden, right? In the first abortion.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, or yeah, I'm calling it an abortion from now on. Like, so the
Okay.
first abortion was them trying to find Luke. You know what I'm saying? They didn't
Yeah.
learn.
Oh yeah, I
They
saw the
didn't,
movie. Yeah. Yeah.
and
They found him. So, but yeah,
yeah,
because astral projecting,
but
it's a powerful. I mean, you can astral. Well, the thing is, you don't astral in Star Wars. Yeah, they've astral projected across the galaxy before, and I don't think it shouldn't, because in the expanded universe, it's been done before, and it's kind of like, yeah, like an older Jedi user did use that ability, and it didn't
or
really hurt him. It only hurt him when like a dark side user basically struck back at him with the Force, causing him to be injured.
yes, but deal with that crazy shit is you see a lot of astral projection, sorta, but they're already fucking dead in the whole first trilogy.
Oh well, yeah, you the Force Ghost, yeah, the ghost.
Yeah, the Force Ghost, exactly. So that's fine. I'll deal with that. You know what I'm saying? They're traveling
Yeah,
amongst the Force, and the Force is everywhere. So that's fine. But still, it was
yeah.
ridiculous. It was
No,
fucking stupid. He never
it is
left the
really
fucking
stupid.
planet. He never
It,
left the fucking planet Ray found him on.
oh, oh yeah, it is really stupid. Being able to astral project across the galaxy, it can be done, but it shouldn't basically kill him like that. I think that's just bullshit. I mean, did he even get a chance to fight or no?
Nope. Oh well, I mean, I want to know, but I would guess no.
No. Yeah, I mean, did he fight Qual?
Yeah, sorta, but still, it was ridiculous. I mean, I don't even.
Sorta, what do you do?
Well, hold on. I'll pull it up for you. How about that?
Pull it up.
Okay.
This will take me a minute. You guys keep talking shit.
Okay. I think what else I could probably say about Star Wars. Oh yeah, I saw this really dumb article by I think it was Variety or something, but they were just basically saying that like Star Wars gets to show something about like show like they get to kind of um they get to fight back against mansplaining, and it's like like Leia's just kind of like I know that one part of the movie I don't know, I haven't seen it, but well does Leia slap Poe Dameron?
I don't remember that happening. It could have happened. I do. That was such eye
Or
rolling,
like
and I was kind of fucked up.
Like, it gets mansplaining, but like,
or like
what mansplaining?
well I think there was a part in the movie where Leia was really, I guess, pissed at Poe Dameron for something. I haven't like have you did that happen in the movie?
I don't know. I could have been taking a bathroom break at that time. I was watching it at a buddy's
Well, I
house.
mean, no, but it might just be
But
Variety
okay.
being bullshit.
No. Okay, so here's a Time article if you'd like to see that, because I love it how people, actual publications will spoil the movie for us. Like, even if you haven't seen it, like, they'll start talking shit. So yeah, Luke should have. He's fighting with Kylo, his former apprentice, right? And all of a sudden, Kylo quote unquote, is supposed to land below. I'll give you their fucking take on it. But instead of it killing him, it just shows Luke hanging out on the rocks where fucking from where he was astral projecting. So it's not even like him. What he died of, he didn't die from damage. He died from overuse of his fucking force powers, basically. To be completely honest. So I mean, there's so much about that fucking shit that doesn't make sense. I mean, if you're gonna astral project, you're not physical. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're physically there. That's not what astral projection is to start with.
Well,
And, I mean,
yeah, it's like a hologram, but it's like your soul.
Correct, exactly. There was so much about that fucking movie that made zero sense to me, like in not only Star Wars lore, but in actual fucking.
Okay, so let me get straight. He gets into a fight with Kylo Ren in the movie. It's like a quick fight, right?
Correct. Yeah, sorta. I mean, as quick as a Star Wars fight could be.
But there wasn't much. It was
I mean,
mainly lightsaber duels, right? Not really like a force battle. Not too much of a force battle.
correct. Yes, but I mean, but you are always having
So,
a force battle when you're a Jedi fighting a Sith. You know what I'm saying?
well,
It is
yeah, I get that. But again, so basically, yeah. So he gets into a quick fight. So then he decides to astro deck, and that overtaxes his force abilities.
yeah, he uses up all his force abilities from astro projecting the whole time and just dies from it.
And just
From exhaustion, I guess. Like what the fuck?
yeah, and so basically, let me get straight. So basically, the Force God can't astral project across the galaxy.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
It,
His force abilities are just are like super powerful.
hell yeah. I didn't see the mansplaining part. Florence, sorry. I could have been taking a piss. I mean, I was drinking that night, but at the same time, it would not surprise me if they put some stupid shit like that in.
Oh no, well, yeah, this Vanity Fair article is just really like it really just kind of it's stupid, honestly. It's stupid.
Yeah. So it was Leia all CGI in that film because again, like Carrie Fisher's dead.
Well, I think well, yeah, but she died like relatively recently on a plane, right?
Yeah.
From
So
most
wait, is
people
that
don't.
actually her, or is that like what is it?
I'm pretty sure it was actually her. If it was CGI, it was good. Way better than the CGI anti mustache in the Justice League movie. But
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? If y'all seen that. But yeah.
I actually got to see Justice League, and honestly, I didn't really notice the whole like either I didn't notice the CGI all that much, or the only time I really noticed was in the opening when he's being interviewed by that little kid. But when the rest of the movie, either I didn't notice it, or they probably really tried to fix that while the movie was still out, because I
Yeah.
didn't really notice it.
Yeah, I didn't
Here's
notice either actually.
how much of an asshole are you to tell somebody not to shave their mustache when a mustache will grow back in like a week? You know what I'm saying? I have a mustache right now. I could shave this shit and it'd be back in like a week.
Yeah. I think the reason why they did that is because I think originally we were supposed to see him in his black suit where he has the mustache from the comic book, but then I guess they cut that out of the film and they changed it around so they had to CGI out his beard and mustache. Yeah.
No, I thought he had it from a different film. Is why he didn't. A different film he was doing. They wouldn't let him cut his mustache. Is what I was told.
Okay. I noticed that he was filming. He had the black suit, Superman. Like they were going to do that whole give him the black suit and you know his beard and mustache look from the comic book.
Hell yeah.
So I think that was probably the reason why, and they had to they had last minute, yeah.
Then again, I don't really think like a mustache can really grow after death. I mean, I could be wrong about that.
It doesn't. Your hair stops growing, for the record.
Well, I mean, again, he's Superman. He's an alien. I mean, technically, according to the comic book, he wasn't actually dead. He was kind of
Put into
just in a very deep coma. Yeah.
Well, yeah. Even when he came out of that though, like if we're talking about the original lore and shit, he still had long hair at that point. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah. So his hair was still growing.
Stasis or whatever at the Fortress of Solitude, wherever the fuck he escaped from. Oh, or no, he escaped from his fucking grave. I remember that shit. And
I think
then it
someone
was just
the robots took him.
the Vindicator, right? Was that the name of the last son of Krypton?
I can't remember what it was, but all I know is I think his robots also took his body. I think, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. In the Death and Rebirth of Superman, I fucking got all. Well, my brother's got all of them now. I gave him my comic book collection, so his would be that much larger since he had more than me, and a safe place to fucking put him.
So
yeah, it's ridiculous.
So who exactly was Snoke in Last Jedi? Like, who is he?
He's a dead man.
I know he's a dead man, but who is he really? I mean, I want to know who this character was supposed to be.
He's a throwaway villain. He ain't shit. I thought.
So they didn't give him any backstory. They didn't give him nothing. Uh, oh, they didn't show it.
He was just some jackass. Like, to be honest.
So they even show us. They didn't even give us his backstory.
Not
Nah,
really.
I guess. Okay, so wait, so he's not the emperor, right?
Nope. Well, I don't think so. I was looking up the plot on Wikipedia, and it said nothing about that.
Okay, so he's just okay. So he's not the emperor. He's not like a resurrected Sith or anything like that.
Nope, he's a dead motherfucker. That's about it.
So how did Kylo kill him?
He just betrayed him like most Siths betray fucking motherfuckers. That was probably
So
the
did
only
he just stab? Like, what? He stabbed? Like, how did he kill him? Like, stab him in the back, or what did he do?
Figuratively. I mean, he just cut him down. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Okay, he cut him down with his lightsaber.
I guess this was just kind of a way to get like, because people had like tons of theories that they had after The Force Awakens about who Snoke was, what
Yeah.
Rey's parents were, that like they thought that they'd be clever just to subvert all of these expectations.
I know. It seems like
it's it's just
it sounds like this. It sounds like this movie. Yeah, it sounds like this movie basically was basically taking all those rumors and speculations from after Episode 7 and basically told them that you're all wrong. Which basically, is gonna probably piss off a lot of people because it's not even clever. I mean, they thought they were clever, but it's actually pretty stupid.
The whole movie was stupid. Let's be honest. The whole movie was dumb. I didn't like it. I thought it was dumb, but I could have brung my prejudice over from fucking Star Wars 7.
I was gonna watch it anyway. After the whole comments thing that Star Wars is basically about, like princesses being saved by guys. This was a director. I was done.
Yeah,
he's like an idiot. It's like this guy hasn't even. If you watch the prequels and the original trilogy, the female characters do stuff. Leia did a lot of cool stuff. It's the same thing with Padme. They both basically used guns and shot. Stormtroopers and all that shit. Yeah, they're not just princesses that need to be saved. And then if you look at the expanded universe, there are tons of female Jedi that left a lasting impression, like Bastila Shan from the KOTOR series, Darth Kreia, the Jedi Exile, who I think is female in canon. And then you have Satele Shan from the Old Republic. You have so many female, and Mara Jade and Jaina Soul. You have so many great female characters from like the expanded universe.
If you look at, I forgot who did this, but they were talking about fucking Leia's kill rate. Like every time she shoots a fucking blaster, she hits something. You know what I'm saying? Versus
kill rate's really. I know. So it's like this idiot who is the director, who's only directed like I think a couple. He's a very new director. This idiot basically made it sound like before the sequel trilogy, there were no strong women in Star Wars.
He actually he's the director and writer of The Last Jedi, so
yeah, but again, anyway, this guy who has basically very little credentials, I think, on his resume before this. He basically made an extremely stupid comment that it's like any person who's a fan of Star Wars knows that Star Wars has had strong female characters. For decades.
And even then, it's like Padme and Leia, they were princesses, Leia was a princess and Padme was a queen. Yeah, but even then, it's like that was pretty much in name only. They were actually just
it's a title. Yeah.
Well, pretty much, yeah.
That's just the thing. It's like, this guy just has no idea what he's talking about. He makes a really stupid comment. It's just bullshit. It's like anyone who's familiar with Star Wars, especially read the expanded universe, knew that Star Wars was arguably full of great female characters, and there wasn't any forced, radical feminism put into it because it wouldn't fit the universe narrative.
Exactly, and even in the fucking prequels, like Padme, she was very proactive when she was fighting people. You know what I'm saying? When she was saving people on her home planet or what.
In the expanded universe, like Leia becomes a Jedi. She becomes a Jedi Master.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Because that was the thing. Oh, what?
I actually am kind of I don't know how you guys would feel, but I personally liked Jyn Erso. Like, I actually thought she was a much better character than Rey because, like, she ends up like when she's on the planet of Jeddah, she like leaves behind
Who's Jyn
this
Erso?
from Rogue One.
Oh, do you mean the main character?
Yeah, she leaves this information on this planet and it gets destroyed and she fucks up and she knows she's fucked up and she tries to deal with her situation by trying to, get the plans to the Death Star. So I actually kind of liked her in that movie.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm kind of sore about Rogue One because basically that means that the whole story of getting the plans for the Death Star, that was Kyle Katarn from the Dark Force series.
Oh
And,
yeah.
Kyle Katarn is a badass, so he was a great character. So I just wasn't really a fan of Rogue One just because they're basically making that non-canon.
Yeah,
I heard they wanted Kyle Katarn to be in Rogue One, but I guess they kind of like cut that part out, and then
Well, that's because the expanded universe has to all be gotten rid of now because
oh yeah, but then
that's yeah.
yeah, then
I know
Kyle Katarn was supposed to be the main character of Rebels, but they didn't really do that. But
I know. See, that's the things I really hate about all this is that it's like basically episode like all of these new movies from Disney, they could have literally incorporated the EU into like episode 7 basically could have had all of the characters from the new Jedi Order series, like Luke's, children, Han and Leia's kids, and Kyle Katarn and all the others, and then Rogue One could have had Kyle Katarn doing what he did in Dark Forces. It's the same shit.
yeah.
It's like they can't even try anything new now. It's like every single movie is just the same stuff that the expanded universe already did.
I thought that whole movie was kind of dumb as well because a lot of shit didn't
I
make
mean,
sense.
and when you look at given people not being familiar with the expanding universe and stuff, you still would have had arguably the same amount of people who didn't really know these characters from the expanded universe get their screen time, and people probably loved it.
Well, yeah, that's the same way. I mean, it's the same shit with like a lot of comic book movies. It's like, look, the fucking books were popular for a fucking reason. So why are you going to start changing shit around?
I know, and it's like they thought that their excuses was creative freedom, but they didn't even get creative about it. It's the same bullshit that we already saw.
They weren't creative about it. That's exactly right. It's just retelling the story and adding in more feminism.
I know, and then see, it's like what I said in my Disney video. This is another example of Disney is another prime example of everything wrong with modern day Hollywood. It's the same bullshit over and over again. Just now they're giving you this identity politics shit, thinking that it's something new when it's not.
Hell yeah. Also, here's something really funny. The only good part about that fucking movie was the Vader scene at the end. I was like, that's kind of badass. I was like, so you're gonna throw in some badass shit.
What's the Vader scene?
In Rogue One, where he's fucking tearing up the goddamn
place.
place.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were talking about The Last Jedi.
Oh no, fuck that movie. I thought we.
Stopped talking. I was say it's like because I was saying like Anakin Skywalker was redeemed, so talking to Darth Vader appearing in that movie makes absolutely no sense since Anakin Skywalker is at peace and a redeemed.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how Kylo Ren is talking to Darth Vader's helmet when it's like, is he aware that the whole purpose of the original trilogy was the redemption story of Vader? I mean, that's kind of what the first 6 movies were about.
Yeah.
Darth Vader is basically the key to the whole trilogy, the first 2 trilogies, because it's his redemption story, him falling to the darkness and coming back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the rise and fall and redemption of Darth Vader. That's what you should call the first 6 movies.
Pretty much, exactly. Well, it's very much a hero's tale or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? It reminds me of Alec Warrior.
Oh yeah, Joseph Campbell. Because I mean, that's basically where George Lucas got his inspiration was. Is he read Joseph Campbell? I think it was while he was in the hospital after an accident. He read it, and that gave him an idea. He wanted a fairy tale set in space.
Yep. But
yeah.
I don't know.
Speaking of uncreative, I was actually kind of wondering what you guys thought about the new Jurassic World movie, because honestly, it kind of feels like it's Jurassic World is kind of a remake of Jurassic Park, and Jurassic World: The Fallen Kingdom is like a remake of The Lost World, because they have to go back to the island to like get all these dinosaurs,
Yeah, I mean,
except with volcano erupting.
I'm not sure. I mean, I have to still have to watch Jurassic World because I mean, I might actually go watch Jurassic World too because watching all those lore videos about the different dinosaurs and stuff was pretty entertaining. But we'll have to see. Yeah, because I mean, at least with I mean, I don't know. It's just like compared to Star Wars. I mean, Jurassic Park has like it's set in our world, so I guess they're kind of limited on what they can do.
Yeah.
So you can kind of excuse them more. But with Star Wars, when you have so much lore to it that you could have used, it just makes Disney look even more, like I don't know, moronic in my opinion.
Well, the new Disney can kiss my ass because it seems like they're trying to fucking take all the old classics that were fantastic.
Fuck new Disney and stuff. I mean, I'm an old school Disney fan. I like it when they were focusing on animation and they're coming up with new ideas and all that shit. But now it's just they just became another greedy corporation.
I think Sleeping Beauty was one of the very first Disney movies I ever saw as a kid. Sleeping Beauty.
Oh, Sleeping Beauty. I think the first one I saw, like technically as a baby, I think I saw Lion King. That was the first movie I saw in theaters as a toddler.
Oh, wow. Damn.
But the first movie I remember watching, because the first movie I remember watching, I think was like I think Cinderella, just because we had it on VHS.
Was my mom's favorite. She liked that as well because she she had evil stepsisters. So
oh yeah, and you have now you have all these like feminists talking about these old Disney princesses are so bland and sexist or something like that.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, they're not. They're very good, very classic.
Well, no, I mean, if you look at it, I mean, the princes are the ones that are misandrous just because they have no personality and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean,
I
mean, look at the Beast. I mean, the Beast is like the most has the most personality of all the Disney princesses, and he doesn't even have a name. Like no one knows what his name is.
Exactly.
That's the thing. Yeah, no one. Yeah, I don't think everyone gave him a name actually. So
they actually kind of explained that his name is Adam. So
where'd they say his name?
But they never say it in the movie. You have to kind of dig around for it. So.
Okay. Well, I mean, like Beauty and the Beast was like, I think that's my favorite princess movie just because it's just so well put together. And like, it's like, I love it. Like compared to the live action film, it's like the pacing is just almost near perfection. Like they know how to, how to like to sing the songs and like the soundtrack, how it's been put together with the film. It's edited so well.
Oh, yeah, I remember watching that in middle school. It was pretty good. I mean, and Lion King was still good too. I remember watching that in middle school as well. But like, but that's like that's the age difference between like me and you, I suppose.
I mean, it makes sense.
But I mean, Sleeping Beauty, Snow White. I remember watching that. Peter Pan, fucking
Robin Hood.
That with the foxes, that was great.
It's Robin Hood for furries.
Yeah, that was fantastic. It was still a good movie. You know what I'm saying? It was still great. Like, but
it's fun. It's a fun movie.
Movies. And then you have shit like Maleficent come along, and they're like, we're going to completely fuck up the entire lore of Sleeping Beauty and everything else.
Oh, you mean that new movie?
Yeah, with that one crazy bitch.
Angelina Jolie. Yeah, I know. I couldn't. I watched the first 5 minutes and I just shut it off because it's like the
a tale of rape.
The feminist. The feminist side was just so evident. Like, she's misunderstood. Her having her wings clipped off was like rape stuff. Yeah, it's just. I was just done. Yeah, I was like, nope. I know, because in the original movie, she was just like pure evil and stuff. Like, it's like literally, she comes to the the birthday, the party for the king and queen giving birth to a baby girl and stuff, and she literally tells them that their daughter is going to die when she turns 21 or something like that.
Yeah.
That's just pure evil right there.
Hell yeah.
I remember as a
yeah.
kid, I watched it as a kid. It was like that was so disturbing. Like I remember my eyes went just wide with shock when I heard that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But remember,
Um,
this was old Disney back when those animated movies were meant to be enjoyed by both adults and kids. They didn't have the niche market yet.
Yeah. What are you saying, Florence? I
Oh yeah,
agree.
then oh what? Oh, what were you saying, Florence?
oh, I guess the first Disney movie I ever saw was Snow White, and people really hate Snow White, but personally, I think she's
It's
really
fun.
adorable. You know?
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, it's also pretty creepy at times. I mean, yeah, like a movie I really loved that I think a lot of people don't really watch it. I love the Black Cauldron. That was a good film.
Oh
Hell
yeah.
yeah. The
It
Snow
didn't make
White,
a lot of money.
for the record, Snow White mouth rapes Grumpy. She kissed him, and he didn't want to be kissed. And so on.
Non-consensual.
Non-consensual kissing. There you go, fucking feminist. Have at it.
Oh yeah.
No, damn.
Oh yeah. You know that that one chick who's from what's it called, Queer Kid Stuff?
Oh God, that is
Oh yeah.
in a bottle.
Oh yeah, she had a blog spot or blog post or something. She had like her own website before she did Queer Kid Stuff, and she was like doing movie reviews of kids movies through a queer lens, and how like all these characters are just queer. And
Oh god.
in Snow White, she calls them Snow White and the Little People. And she calls that movie Snow White and the Little People, and she actually tries to make it like Dopey. He has like autism.
Wait, so she's saying that he has autism and his name's Dopey.
Oh
I don't know. I
shit,
feel like I feel like that would offend a lot of people. Actually,
Oh yeah,
that is great.
I know. I think
yeah.
she doesn't sound very self-aware.
I think
Oh yeah.
calling midgets little people, it sounds more offensive to me than calling them midgets. I don't understand that. At least midget sounds kind of
I just
cute,
call them a
you know
little.
what
I
I'm
call them a
saying?
little. I just call them little persons. I mean, I do use the term little people because I mean, I guess how I grew up, people like made it sound like calling them a midget would be like would make them pissed at you.
I call them midgets just because fuck them. Like fuck anybody who's gonna get offended for something I say. If 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 I find that makes them angry, I will start using that term more and more.
Yeah.
Just to piss them off. That's how I feel.
Oh yeah.
But I hate people trying to fucking
But-
tell me what to say and do to start with.
Yeah, but it's like but also like the funny thing. Back on the subject of Disney, it's like because like I remember like Disney's darkest animated film has to be like The Hunchback of Notre Dame because I remember watching that stuff.
Oh, dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
That stuff was dark. Like that was literally, again, they were expecting to get a PG rating. And when they came back and said the G rating was fine, it's like, oh, they were shocked and stuff. It's like that film is a G-rated kids film. And there's like, Count Frollo, sorry, Judge Frollo. He's like planning to, basically drown a baby. He's trying to kill people. It's like, it's just like really dark as a film.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good.
Yeah, but the soundtrack is great. Like the great thing about it is that it's not super edgy. It's just the soundtrack. The setting and mood is perfectly put for the film.
It's a very sad film as well. I mean,
Yeah, I mean it ends
Well, the
happy too,
original
but it's
story.
sad. Yeah.
Well, a lot of the Disney films are built off of very grim fairy tales. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah.
And stuff
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah. The actual
Story.
story of Hunchback drama is a tragedy. Yeah.
Yeah, very much so. Which is like kind of crazy, but
Well, what
it's
makes
like
it-
that on a lot of them.
Well, what makes it interesting is that Quasimodo was the one. That's like I think the few Disney characters that didn't get a love interest at the end. Like normally, the main character gets the girl, but he didn't.
Yeah.
But then they created the very bad sequel to give him a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Because Disney, I guess Disney realized that wait a minute, he's a nice guy, he can't not have a girlfriend. We must make a sequel and fix this.
Yeah. Rewrite some history.
Well,
I
yeah.
will say that. I will say that in The Hunchback of Notre Dame too, his girlfriend's pretty hot.
Well, yeah, she's real, yeah. Yeah, even the deformed people get the hot girls.
I didn't see the sequel. I tried to watch like a sequel that came
It's
like straight to video. I think was like
it's
Aladdin or something like that.
okay. It's your typical Disney direct-to-video sequel. It's not that great, really. It's it's average. It's not the worst, I would say, but it's just pretty average.
I was mad at the Aladdin sequel when it wasn't Robin Williams voicing the fucking genie. I was like, the fuck is
Oh
this?
yeah, because he's not
Yeah.
gonna waste his time with that. It's like fuck that. No,
Yeah.
Like
he knows that
what?
Disney sequels aren't that good.
Hell
For
yeah.
for me, I think the best Disney sequel would probably be Bambi 2. Probably.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Seen
my
that
favorite,
one.
the best. No, for me, the best Disney sequel is The Rescuers Down Under. That's a good sequel, and that was actually in
Oh
theaters.
shit! I saw that. That was great. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, there's supposed
An
to be
albatross.
5. Yeah, there's supposed to be 5 films in the series, but what's her name? The actress died, so they just stopped doing it after she passed away.
Hell yeah.
It's kind of too bad because it would have been a really great series.
But I liked what was that? I mean, not that. I'm not sure if this is Disney or not. I know it's extremely old. It used to be my youngest brother's favorite movie growing up. Wizard of Oz. Fantastic
Oh yeah.
fucking movie.
Oh
You
yeah.
mean the live action film?
Yeah, the live action one. Like, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
I know
dude.
that.
I don't think it's not Disney. I think it's Paramount or someone else.
Yeah, I remember the box looked a lot like the Disney boxes when the VHSs were out. But yeah, I didn't remember exactly which company fucking had the rights to that.
Oh yeah.
But
Hell yeah.
I haven't heard many
Oh
people
my.
talk a lot of shit about that movie. And the
Oh, the
entire
Wizard of Oz. I mean,
the entire sequence of events that happens in that is the exact same thing that happens in Disney movies. You know what I'm saying? And you
yeah.
even have like a female protagonist.
Yeah, I like the Wizard of Oz. I mean, the Wizard of Oz is fun, but I guess I don't know. It's a fun film. I guess I'm more of an Alice in Wonderland fan. I guess because they're both kind of people who go to a magical land, but I don't know what it is. But I mean, it's not a bad film, or like the book isn't bad. It's just I don't know. I guess it just never interested me too much.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the feminists did try to get their hands on that shit too, and like made a
Oh yeah.
play with fucking a sequel.
Oh yeah.
trying to
It's
explain.
it's like it's a prequel
Wait,
to kind of explain. Yeah.
It's really. I mean, I saw Wicked. It's actually pretty good. I didn't see any. I saw the play. I mean, the musical, and there isn't really any feminist overtones in it. It's actually really good. It's kind of like
No, what
it kind of does remind me of a Disney film.
No, what they're saying is like the evil antagonist was misunderstood. Same way with Maleficent is the
Oh, okay, well,
put. I apologize.
It is. Okay, it does do that, but it's actually done in a good story way. I mean, the book is different from the musical. Like the book is kind of dark and kind of sexual and stuff.
Yeah,
And
very much
she's
so.
she actually is kind of a little more, I think, evil or antagonistic in the book. Like she's not pure evil, but she obviously has issues. But
Oh.
like in the musical, she is misunderstood, but it's not done in a very cheap feminist type of way. I think the storyline is written pretty well, yeah.
Hell yeah.
But if you ever see it, yeah, you should definitely see it. It's a pretty good musical, yeah.
No, I read the book, but not the musical. So that's where my
Okay.
lens is coming from.
Yeah, I haven't read the book. I just read the musical. I mean, from what I can tell, it's like the musical and book. It's kind of like comparing the Hunchback of Notre Dame book to the movie. Like the musical's more family friendly.
Oh yeah. Well, that's my problem now. Anyway, I can't really sit through many musicals. My mother was
Yeah.
telling me about this shit this year. She's the biggest A Christmas Story fan. She owns all the Christmas stories, like all the movies. Goes in my hometown and watches a Christmas Story play. And she said this
You mean,
year, biggest.
you mean
piece of
like that famous that cult classic movie?
Yes, very much so. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Tiny Tim,
Mhm.
Mr. Scrooge, stuff like that.
Oh, you mean the Christmas Carol?
The Christmas Carol, yeah. Oh, not
Sorry,
the
Christmas Story is the one with that kid with the glasses.
yeah, the one that wants a BB gun. I apologize. That was my bad. Yeah, you're
Okay.
exactly right.
Okay, because I actually am a pretty big fan of the Christmas Carol, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like great movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The spirit of Christmas, past, present, and future, and shit like that. And it's a really good story saying like nobody's beyond redemption type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah,
very
no, it's just unfortunate that that the socialists are going to take that story and say, hey, rich need to give up their money and stuff.
it's already happened. It happened in my hometown. Like fucking diverse cast. My mom said that you'd ever seen in a bad way. So apparently diversity is not always good. And they had like a Chinese. Oh man, and I know it's a play, so you're gonna get different fucking actors.
Wait. They got a Chinese old man.
Well, he was an old man, but he was playing a young, the cousin or the nephew of fucking Mr. Scrooge.
Who? Oh, sorry. What race was Mr. Scrooge in this play?
Oh, he was a white dude, but his
but
his,
it would have been funny if he had been a Chinese guy, because that would have been like I was sorry. Did they even realize just how funny that would look? So it's like, yeah, because China is trying to own everything.
My mom said that it was the biggest piece of shit she'd ever seen, and it was the most crazy diversity-driven bullshit she'd ever seen. The progressives have already got their hands into it.
So who was the ghost of Christmas Christmas present?
I don't know. I didn't ask her about a lot of details. She was very. I didn't speak to her long about it, but different cast and how horrible the acting was, and how it was the worst play she's seen in that fucking.
Again, when you hire based upon diversity, that people are going to think about the talent. Hence why SJW Marvel sucks.
Exactly.
Balls down.
I'll actually kind of say that. You guys have seen the movie Scrooge, the one with Bill Murray, I think.
Fuck yeah, dude! I love that. That is great.
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't seen that one.
Dude, watch that.
Yeah, but
wait, is that the one where? Sorry, is that the comedy the comedy form of it, where it's like inspired off of where like the kid like is a nerd, but he becomes like is that the one with Tom Cruise or no?
No, this is Bill Murray. This is Bill Murray.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't see it then.
It's old. You should check it out. What were you saying, Florence?
Oh, yeah. You kind of reminded me of like the Chinese dude in Christmas Carol. I feel like they could have probably just given it another name like Scrooge, and just kind of like, because like Scrooge instead of what's his name, the guy who wants to like go with his son for Christmas, it's instead of Black Woman, and it's like, just call it a different name.
Exactly. But no, I mean, my mom said they threw out a lot of bullshit and jabs and stuff like that into a fucking story, not political.
Yeah, what were the jabs?
Bullshit about fucking Trump and a bunch of other stuff and diversity and all this other shit in the fucking play.
I think there was about Trump. Wait, how did they put Trump?
I don't know. I didn't ask. I'm just telling you what she was telling me, and I laughed.
Is this like a modern? Is it like a modern rendition of the play? Like it's not like a period piece?
No, it was a period piece, but it was.
Oh my god, that's even more. That makes it look even more stupid.
Cringy as fuck, like ridiculous.
Wait, this was live or this was live? Or was this on? Oh,
this was live. A live play.
Oh wow.
My mom said she walked out like fucking during like the last act or some shit. She said it was the weakest shit she'd ever seen.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, it's like I guess kind of a little bit back to the subject of Disney and stuff. It's like it's just all the amount of uncreativity today, because now I think they've bought Fox, right? They own Fox.
I don't know. I hope not.
I thought they did.
Well, I guess they only really bought the Fox movies. I'm not sure about the TV show and Fox stuff. So.
Okay, well, basically now it's like we're not going to see another movie like Logan again, because Logan and Deadpool were movies that that Disney aren't being allowed to make. Yeah.
Well, Kevin Feige actually kind of said that Deadpool can still be rated R, so Deadpool can be its own thing. So we don't have to.
Is this going to be fine with that being in? I mean, that's going to be on Disney's logo. Are they going to watch that?
Well, I don't think they're. I think they're just going to separate Deadpool if they end up bringing if they bring the X-Men and the Fantastic Four, they'll probably just separate Deadpool from the MCU, which that's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
In all honesty, though, if you look at Deadpool's timeline versus the new fucking X-Men timeline, they don't match, because where the fuck is Colossus in the new X-Men? He's not.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
New X-Men. Well, I mean, he was in Days of Future Past.
Yeah, he died in Days of Future Past. So
it's just like the new X-Men.
Like
X-Men in the past, I think. Yeah.
Exactly. Like let's say First Class, and you look at the lineup of the X-Men that were from Days of Futures Past to also the newest one, Apocalypse, was
Apocalypse,
fucking
yeah. I think Apocalypse is set in like the 70s or something like that.
I suppose. But I mean, where was it?
It was set in the it was set in the 80s
It
actually.
was the 80s. Okay.
Yeah.
But
Future Past is set in the 70s because they're still in Vietnam.
yeah, exactly. And fucking time. But yeah,
Yeah, Nixon was president. Yeah.
hell yeah. But I didn't realize the Apocalypse was set in the 80s. That makes even less sense.
Oh yeah, because like the characters like Mystique and Beast and Professor X, they never aged in 10 years.
Yeah. Which makes sense for
Yeah.
Mystique only because she's a shapeshifter or whatever, but like everybody else, sorry, they'd be like saying,
Oh yeah.
well, actually, that does make sense. Why the
Well, it
X-Men-
was confirmed. It was confirmed in the movie that Mystique, she can be super old and still look really young.
exactly. Damn, what was that?
Oh, sorry, I was blowing your nose. I blew my nose. Yeah. Sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good. I was just unexpected. But yeah, dude, like a bunch of the new mediums have just fallen apart. I remember when a PG-13 movie still showed tits in it. You know what I'm saying? Like action movies or whatever. Like that was still
Oh
considered
yeah.
PG-13. Like when I was growing up. So I guess I was just from a much freer age than you guys.
Oh yeah. Well, I can see the difference. It's like nowadays it's like you can barely see. It's like there are PG-13 movies where you can barely see any blood nowadays. It's just I don't know. It's all ridiculous, and it's like the creativity's gone down the tube. Like I remember, like for me, like the last great Disney film was Treasure Planet. Like that was a really visually that was amazing and a great take on Treasure Island.
Oh yeah.
I think I missed that one. I don't think I saw that.
Basically, it is imagine Treasure Island but set in space, and people have like they're like spaceships are like actual like ships from the past, just that they're powered by like anti-gravity and like rockets.
Yeah, solar panels, shit like that. Solar
So
sails.
solar sails. Yeah, it's like a really excellent film. And then like the main character, he's very different from a lot of our Disney films because he has like he has like issues with like being abandoned by his like dad, and he doesn't have a love interest. It's just him trying to find finding like a role model in like Lon John Silver. It's you have to watch the film. It's like a really interesting film. It's like very different from your typical Disney movie.
I think I will.
And it's not done in a political way. Also, it's different, but not in a political way.
Yeah.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
Technically, it's Pixar isn't really at all Disney, but I really liked.
They're owned by them, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but The Incredibles was amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love The Incredibles.
I like A Bug's Life too. I thought that was good.
Yeah, Elastigirl was really awesome.
What was
and then
that?
like what?
Elastigirl from The Incredibles or
The Incredibles, like Elastigirl.
Was that like a sequel or something? Or are you talking about the character that was
the character was really awesome, yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's funny enough because DC has like Elastigirl, the character from Doom Patrol. They Disney couldn't actually make products with her name on it, like they called her Mrs. Incredible.
Sense. I believe it.
Another character called Elastigirl.
Ha.
Yeah, but it's just her power's really cool because it shows that with her power she can have all sorts of like variety in abilities to fight, and then you have like the kids who also have their own superpowers as well.
Hell yeah!
Oh, yeah.
The question is,
I know that.
What?
Oh, you can go.
Oh, the question is, are they mutants and stuff? Because that is the question of The Incredibles. Now that Disney owns Marvel, if they count as mutants.
That's a good question.
Because I mean, it looks like it's genetic. Because whatever it is, because their kids have powers, and they don't really explain how their parents got powers. But all we just know is that there's some genetics involved.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's random because their kids don't have any similar powers to their parents. Like, their son is super fast. Their daughter is invisible, can make force fields, like Mrs. Fantastic. And then, their baby can basically shapeshift.
Yeah, I think they were more of a knockoff from. Right, they like
The
a lot
Fantastic Four.
Well, half and half Fantastic Four, half Justice League, because you got the super strong. Yeah.
Mr. Incredible, Mr. Incredible, who is like the Thing and Superman, and then you have basically Elastigirl, who's Mr. Fantastic, and then you have Violet, who is the Invisible Woman, Mrs. like Miss Fantastic or the Invisible Woman.
Hell yeah, very much so.
And then you have basically Dash, who is basically like the Flash or Shawnee Quicksilver.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wonder what the sequel is going to be like, because they actually said that for the sequel they kind of want it. Oh yeah, but I heard they actually kind of want they want Mrs. Incredible to be the main character, and honestly, like I kind of saw like the
yeah.
Oh yeah, the original, like they all had like their own kind of stuff
I know, their own
so it's kind of like.
Oh yeah, they all had a good amount of screen time. I feel like when you basically the goal of the film. I mean, the main character of The Incredibles was kind of Mr. Incredible because it's him wanting to basically become a hero again because they're not allowed to be heroes. The registration basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. It's just, I mean, given what they're going to do with the sequel, I just feel like they should have all of them have the same amount of screen time.
Yeah.
I mean, if they were actually progressive, they would have the main character be Frozone's wife. Because, she's a black woman, so that's more pressure points.
That is perfect.
Unfortunately, because it's a kid's film, they can't have Samuel Jackson say the F word stuff. It's like, enough is enough. I've had it with these motherfucking supervillains in this motherfucking city.
That is great.
Yeah.
It should be against the law for him not to say motherfucker in a film, I think.
But he won't be able to do kids' films.
No, they hear it. They hear it at home, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, did you see like did you see like do you guys have the DVD? Like the DVD, they have like these funny like extra special features.
I do not have
DVD.
Okay, well, there's a DVD version where they show like a clip, like an anime, like a comic book, like an animated comic book, basically, type of clip with Mr. Incredible and Frozone, and like the actual characters do a commentary on the video. So Frozone appears, and they made him white, basically. He's basically white, and it's like basically Frozone comments, "They made me white." Yeah, it's like literally this is like a commentary for a kids' film, and like he's like, "They made me white" and stuff. It's like, yeah,
that's hilarious.
Yeah, because that's kind of that's what the comic book looks like. It looks like they made him very light skinned.
No, I missed all that.
Yeah, it's like a joke on it's like it was basically meant as a joke on like those old school comics and cartoons that were very kind of bland and not very good, were very cheesy. So they're kind of like laughing at how cheesy it is. But yeah, it's kind of funny how Family Guy basically predicted, Iceman turning gay.
Oh yeah,
like years ago.
Jesus. Yeah, that's beautiful.
It's disturbing that all these adult cartoons are basically predicting our future now.
Oh yeah.
It's like the Simpsons predict our political elections, and South Park predicts like the SJW movement.
Yeah, well, the fucking SJWs and progressives are beyond parody now. They're doing stupider shit than we can expect them to do.
Well, I mean, we can't. Well, they're not main. Well, I don't know. Like they haven't gone mainstream yet. Like the parodies of SJWs hasn't really become too mainstream because if we try that, we get called misogynistic and stuff and all that bullshit. So I'm still waiting for the comedy to go mainstream because it's still kind of underground right now.
Oh yeah, actually, Cartoon Network did a thing on that where I don't know if you've seen the Amazing Gumball show, but there's this clip
I haven't
of
seen that.
yeah, he's I don't know what happened. I think he went on this like website that's kind of like Tumblr, and he just Gumball just turned into like an SJW. He literally says that in the show.
He says, "I've learned the ways of the social justice warrior" or some shit, and he gets his ass handed to him in a fucking debate for this lunchroom. I've seen the clip. It's fucking funny.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's pretty gutsy and stuff, especially on Cartoon Network. Yeah,
Yeah, it's funny as
But-
fuck that the social justice warrior lost. I'm like, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, nothing he was saying was fucking like
The
making
point-
sense.
yeah. See, the sad thing about pop culture today is that basically now that they know that they're full of shit and stuff, but now they're using a social, they're using identity politics to basically call all their critics racist, sexist, homophobic, so they can. It's like a shield now.
Yeah, it's just a way to shut down debate, like that one faggot that I was having a damn argument with.
Well, yeah, but it's their way of trying to blackmail you into supporting them. It's like you don't support because you're racist,
Yeah, but here's the funny shit. Me and Florence like started looking through that jackass's feed on Twitter, and he thinks police dogs are racist. And I'm like, no. He was like, what was the exact quote, Florence?
You mean like
Okay.
racist dogs?
Well, no.
Well, the exact quote was that, well, they retweeted something that these people just kind of posted, like the police use the dogs more than there's been an increase of police officers using dogs a lot more to catch criminals, and then it shows like this video of a black woman getting like attacked, and it's like they never say specifically which kind of situations call for that. They just make it,
Well, here's the thing. It's better to use the dogs than shoot someone, because at least the chance, no one's really gonna die if a dog attacks them. They're police dogs, so it's like, so like now they're just trying to complain to complain now.
Well, not only that,
people already complain about them shooting people. Yeah.
Well, not only that,
that's probably why they're using the dogs more. Yeah, because they don't want people like complaining. Oh, you're basically using guns and shooting people and killing people.
Exactly.
But in the ladder of force, dogs are way below fucking actually shooting somebody with a gun, and also they're not saying.
Oh yeah, I'm saying that's a good alternative. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, is that now they're nowadays people are just complaining because they hate the police and stuff. Because now if they're using dogs more than actual guns, then it means that no one can complain about being shot.
But here's the big point: they're also not saying the jobs that dogs are doing. Like, of course, there's been an increase of using fucking police dogs from the fucking '60s, especially when you have dogs that can sniff out drugs, sniff out bombs, sniff out like.
Oh yeah, dogs are really smart like that.
People, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So it's not like it was a very disingenuous statement without. Fucking like.
He was just trying to virtue signal Black Lives Matter.
Pretty fucking much. There was also some other dumb shit because somebody claimed to be like mixed or whatever, and like we were talking about, we're all fucking mutts of some sort, so we're very much mixed as a culture already.
All humans are mixed, but some humans are more mixed than others.
Yeah, there you go. Exactly.
That's from Animal Farm last week.
Exactly. That was a good callback. But no, like fucking. But that's not even like the funny shit is this jackass started posting pictures of. This person looks mixed. You don't look mixed. I was like, who the fuck are you to know? I was like, for real, like, I look white as fuck.
Oh yeah. Oh no, yeah. If you watch, if you go, like, there was like a DNA show or something, a show where people are looking up their ancestral heritage, and they had this they brought this one black guy on, and he's dark, like he's darker than me and stuff, because I'm kind of lighter skinned, and I think they showed DNA wise he had like 70% Swedish or something like that. Like he had a huge amount of European DNA. I think it was more than his African DNA.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
Oh yeah, I mean it's kind of true. Like when you think about African Americans have a lot of Europeans DNA in them. They don't want to talk about it, but we do.
I just like the fact that the fucker is a progressive and he doesn't even know he's a fucking progressive. He doesn't know. He was like, well,
is he white?
He's like, no. He said some. No, I'm pretty sure he's black. Probably is.
He's black. Okay, because I mean, cause sometimes though, like the most crazy ones can tend to be white just because they hate themselves so much.
There was no profile pic. There was no nothing. It was a very page about whatever. But damn, I mean, he could have been just
maybe it's Kwanzaa in disguise.
Who knows?
Maybe it's Kwanzaa in disguise.
dumbass. He had the same stupid ass.
Yeah, I went to my comic book shop and saw the volume of Black there and stuff, and I just flipped through it. It's like,
I love
it's like
I love Nurkish's new video on Kwanzaa that he just put out on Black
okay.
Before. That was beautiful.
I know it's like because the world where only Black people get superpowers, like that's really nice and stuff, you know, like because you know you didn't just spend the entire time complaining about how all superheroes tend to be white or something.
Yeah, I mean the infantilization of that is fucking beautiful, and the covers that don't have shit to do with whatever's going on inside the.
I know some people. Yeah, I think some people have some serious insecurity and inferiority complexes because it's like it's like you're that insecure that you have to do stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. But I don't know the race of this retard, but there is from as much bullshit that he had on his fucking feed. But I knew the motherfucker was an SJW because I looked at him and I didn't block him to start with. I was like, yeah, I'll have fun with this.
Well, it's like it's like after all this Melissa Mork stuff, now it's like turned out she's just some guy who's basically trolling and harassing people. Like sounds like he's gonna get like they're trying to have a lawsuit done against him. Yeah, it's like I wouldn't be surprised if this is like another troll account because that guy could be tons of people. I mean, I know we talked about like Gary Drama. I was wondering if he's another troll account, like if he's like an alternate account for Melissa Mork.
Well, not from Melissa Moore. Gary Drama was an alternate account for what was that other jackass, the one that tried doxing?
Susan Ager. I think.
That's the one.
Oh, so it's a woman. So it's a woman. So this is like a woman pretending to be a man.
Yeah, and Gary Drama, his name is Martin. Not Gary Drama. Fucking Melissa Moore is a he, and his name is Martin.
Yeah, because nowadays, like he posts like a picture of like a dead body or something like that, trying to make it seem like someone
a cartel victim. It was a cartel victim, and they were decapitated.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see the picture anywhere, so I guess it was taken down, right?
Oh no, dude. Yeah, that dude fucking started taking down a bunch of his fake accounts because he was saying
because now
threatening shit to people and doing some stupid shit. Also, I think the FBI
isn't he being sued? Isn't he getting sued or something? Someone's trying. Again, I'm not sure if it's diversity in comms, but someone I think is saying they want to take lawsuit against them or something.
Oh, because there's definitely charges that have been filed. That dude's fucked. Like, there's not.
Yeah, because isn't his family because like his family. Like what his family like they know what he's doing, like they're very worried about him or something like that. Yeah,
his wife said that when they were talking to a couple of the people involved. His own wife. So that's how fucked up he is because women generally defend when your woman stops defending you. That's when you know you're fucked. I'll say that shit.
Which I'm right because it's like funny enough. He's like a male feminist, and he's literally doing everything that all these radical feminists were complaining that we were doing and stuff.
Exactly, on a troll account, just to try to make us look bad, which just outed himself.
Like, has he been abusing his family? Like, is his family like still fine, or is he like, yeah?
Well, most male feminists, that's their MO, so I don't know.
Yeah, okay, but so yeah, his wife got involved, but okay, yeah, because that's what I heard is But it's just pretty much insane that it turned out because I knew she was I was suspecting she was a troll because she was like hanging around Douglas Ernst's live streams and I called her a troll and I called him a troll and then she said she wasn't. Then he said that he wasn't a troll and he was legit and stuff and now it turns out she is in fact a troll.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I will actually say that my opinion has kind of changed on this, but like okay, so. At the time when I actually made that little drawing for all you guys, Melissa Moore just basically changed his profile picture to, to something that he himself drew, and I was actually gonna give him props because I thought the art was all right, but like now that I know he's like a crazy, just a really insane psychopath, I'm like no, you don't deserve my compliments.
Yeah, well, again, it's like someone like that, especially when that person is on the SJW side of things, because they get so much support and get so much defense. Yeah, he's gonna keep. It's like I kind of do hope that someone does take him to court or he does get legally in trouble for that because he needs to have some form of repercussions for this because when you're an SJW and so many people defend you like that and you have a bunch of feminists like who are going to virtue signal for you, he's just going to get worse and worse.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to get any sort of criticism or bad feedback from his own group.
That is something I will critique about our own group. We do not do that shit. Taking the high road's fine and all, but fuck that. You've got points. I
Yeah.
mean, you have got to
Oh
if they're
yeah.
going to try to use the fucking system against you, use their own fucked up system against
Yeah, I
them.
don't. Yeah, I don't. I just don't like the idea of punching high because there's that whole the whole thing with Ethan Van Sciver and Mags and stuff. I was like, yeah, I just disagreed on that because it's like that to me. He was like virtue signaling for her and stuff, and it almost seems like she gets like the second chance and stuff, even after all of the sick stuff she said. And she only apologized because she's at DC now, and she knows that they're at least smart enough to know that if you make comments like that, you're gonna probably get fired and stuff. But it's like, yeah, you don't talk about killing an entire group of people just because they piss you off in your own name like that. That's bullshit. That's like mental illness type of crap right there.
Well, Mags, he is also a fucking staunch supporter of Antifa. You know what I'm saying? So fuck him outright.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I saw. I did a video on that like a month ago or so. Yeah, that's
like, don't get me wrong.
Said that you need to go. Yeah.
I have a lot of respect for Ethan Van Sciver, and I know what he's trying to do. He's a public figure. He's got to put this shit out. Blame him whatsoever. He's a peacemaker. He's just trying to be a nice guy, which is fine. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't think he realizes like the internal bullshit that he could start amongst us. Like, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to be infighting at all on this fucking shit. Yeah. We're right now. We shouldn't be fighting with each other over.
I kind of view us as an alliance and individuals. I like to say that we need to stick as individuals and stuff. And if we can disagree, that's just fine. But when you try the virtue signal and kind of try to explain to us how like we should do this, that, and that, it's like no, that's not who we are. We're supposed to do what I just feel like as a since we believe in free speech, we're supposed to have our own little techniques and way of handling this stuff.
No, I said that exact same thing in our Discord. Or in Comicsgate's Discord. I was like, look, we might disagree on shit, and I was like, and that's fine, because I was like, look, I'm going to say man in a wig as many times as I want, and I don't give a fuck who that offends. Like, it's an accurate statement. It's a factual fucking statement.
Yeah, so, I just call him a man in a wig just because, he's like a piece of shit and stuff. So, that's just, I don't hate. Again, I don't have a problem with transgender people and stuff. I'm just doing that because I know it pisses him off and stuff.
It's got nothing to do with hate on my account.
For me, it's just I just do it to piss them off and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I love pissing people off, but the reason I say that is because it's a factual statement. It is the truth. You know what I'm saying? So you should not get in trouble for saying the fucking truth.
Well, I don't think he's even gender dysphoria. I don't think because because Blair White did like a thing on that how like there is a thing called gender dysphoria and some people it's not as many people as people think are diagnosed with it or something like that. Right.
It's 0.005% in men and it's 0.002% in women. That's like less. That's way less than even
what's really funny is how when it comes to the transgender talks and stuff, like talking about transgenderism, it's almost always men who transition to women. We never talk about like women who could turn into men. Like that's almost never brought up.
Well, they can't. They can't turn into men, and men can't turn into women. There's no magic.
Well, we're talking about like all these laws, and it's referring to men who transition and stuff, which is kind of interesting, because like with women, I guess just because they don't get all the female privileges and stuff, or they lose their privilege. Just
dude, I had an argument with a girl like back in 2008 about this shit. There was some kind of stupid ass article about man gives birth to child, and I thought it was like some kind of weird like fake magazine or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Some shit.
Yeah.
Like aliens are coming.
That's why I saw that article. I think
The fuck? So she was telling me about it. And she was like, "Oh yeah, like she was taking hormones and he's got a beard and stuff like that." I was like, "Wait, what?" So it was a woman? It's like it was a woman. Yeah. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's not a man. That's disrespectful." I was like, no, that's disrespectful.
I got into a YouTube argument with a guy who was talking about like how he was a woman and he's had a period. It's like, no, you don't get a period. You don't have the genetics to. And he's like, yes, I do get a period. It's like, no, you don't. It's like, no, you don't.
I like how free bleeding was first a 4chan prank and now it's been assimilated into the feminist.
Oh, that was a 4chan prank.
That was a fucking 4chan prank. Start with.
Oh, okay. Because I know the milk drinking thing, that was a 4chan thing too. And then they actually turned like the media bot took the bullet and stuff,
Yes, exactly. Oh, the OK sign is.
Yeah, the OK sign. Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah.
Dude, I love them. Keep it up, guys.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Going back to Mags, I was kind of wondering, does she still say like crazy stuff every like once in a while? Because
I'm
honestly, I
blocked,
feel
so I
like
can't see her. And I think my
yeah.
alternate account is blocked as well. I have to check.
I get tricked
Well,
every time you guys say she. It's a he. Come on now.
oh, sorry. Yeah,
I'm just kidding. I'm trying to be funny, but no, I really do. That's a fucking he. Goddamn.
But I don't know. I'm blocked, so I can't see anything, and I have to check my alt account. It might be blocked as well.
I'm blocked too.
I know that's what people were called. That's what people were talking to Ethan, was that she still has us all blocked. So it's like, no real changes there.
He, but yeah.
I guess yeah.
I do it just to piss off people. But
yeah, I only do like the original gender thing if I'm in person. Like they sound like they're actually male and stuff.
I do it everywhere because fuck them. Like you can't lie to me. You can lie to yourself.
Oh, you haven't busted or banned places yet?
Oh, dude, no, I've been banned from Twitter like twice. I don't give a fuck.
No, I mean
like,
in real life. I mean, oh no, saying, oh, have you done that in real life? I mean,
oh fuck yes, I get in arguments with people on the street all the time. It's beautiful. That's the best time. That's the best place to get in arguments.
So you've never been banned from like a business or something? Because here in Seattle, I'd get banned from several places if I pulled that stuff.
No, I don't live in a feminist utopia. I live on the
Yeah,
East
that's not
Coast.
utopia. We have a lot of
area.
yeah, no, it's not utopia. We have a lot of homeless people and people on drugs here.
No, that's a feminist utopia. That's it. That comes with it. Like that's what I'm saying. Damn, they're stupid. Or
yeah,
whatever.
well, here's the thing: is when you get homeless, you kind of don't care if you're being a misogynist. That's just kind of the reality. As when you're on the street and in drugs, you just don't care. Yeah. I mean, they probably all vote Democrat, so they probably all voted for Hillary, which is kind of funny because one of our like female security guards like got assaulted by a guy, and I bet you $1 million he probably voted for Hillary.
Probably.
Yeah.
But no, like I don't get banned from anywhere, or haven't yet. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure I could get, if I wanted to get banned from somewhere, I'd just have to like pull my dick out or something, and I'm pretty sure it would not be allowed back in the place. I don't go.
Well, I mean, the East Coast is Democratic, but they're like sensible, at least sensible Democratic. They're not like insane commie play, like California. Seattle is well, West Seattle has the Republicans, the more sensible people. But here where I live, this is like commie central.
I'll give you a hint. My state was red this last election, and it's
like you're Vermont. Are you in Vermont?
No. I'm in like a mid-range in the East Coast, but
okay,
or
Ohio.
Middle of the country. No. That's like
Midwest.
Yeah, no, that's not even Midwest. It's like Central, I think.
Yeah, Central. Okay.
That might.
But are you in New England?
Nah, fuck no. I'm not that far north. I'm trying to tell you, I'm like in the middle of the country on the East Coast.
Oh, okay, like Maryland.
Around there, but not really.
Yeah.
But no.
But okay. Yes, my attempts to dox you are failing.
It is. It's failing hard.
Yeah.
You're fucking just keep naming states, and I'm going to say no to all of them. I'm just going to let you know. But
okay.
If you get it right, I'm going to say no. But yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's just I don't know. That's just the annoying thing about today is that nowadays they're trying to censor. They're trying to control people's language. It's like how it's like 1984. It's like it's like that whole meme. 1984 was not meant as a guideline. That was not meant to be a guideline, people. That was a dystopian, very scary future.
Oh yeah.
Because that's basically where we're going towards 1984 right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. You familiar with 1984, Walt?
The book, yes, very much so.
Oh yeah, it's like you could be erased from history, if you do the wrong thing or something like that. It's like they literally forget that you exist.
Oh yeah, no, 1984 was a really interesting look, and it only becomes more and more relevant as the.
I know. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'm not even going to say they're building up steam because they're not. I think they're fucking actually collapsed, and I think they're actually losing steam. And I think evidence of this is the fact that we chose Trump as our president this year.
Well, see, I feel like for me, I just, it's my opinion stuff. I feel like that's the reason why they wanted the refugees and stuff, because for them, refugees and open immigration, like open borders, that was their attempt to try and get more voters, because they're going to vote for whoever's going to give them their stuff. Like, it's shown if you go to Sweden, they interviewed several refugees or migrants from there. They literally go there because it says they get free stuff. That's what they said. It's, I love living here. I get free stuff.
Same with
I don't really have to work. Oh yeah, that's what they say. It's like
that's why they want to go there.
They get free stuff. That's literally it. So they're going to vote for whoever's going to give them the stuff that they want and stuff. That's just a natural thing. So that's what they want. But the thing is, it's going to F them in the face, because now you have basically the most feminist country in the West, which is Sweden, now has one of the highest rapes in the Western world.
Yeah, they're like the second highest worldwide right now. I mean,
okay, yeah, no, they're like basically it's like a third world country with the amount of rapes that happen.
Yeah, it's like worse than fucking some places in Africa, which is
I know,
like
which is
really
insane. Yeah, because again, that's basically it. That's like, in a sense, that's what they say. Feminism is self-destructing. Like, they're going to basically reintroduce patriarchy, because in a care-based moral system, like, it's like what Turfling Monkey said. When it comes to like the care-based morality system, when someone is suffering, even if they're a shitty person, you're like, a part of you wants to help them or something like that, which is why a care-based system fails utterly compared to a justice-based system, which is why so many of these rapists get away with their crimes.
Hell yeah. And now the EU's trying to make their own fucking military right now, which is something I love, because they're already they're already spending
I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna
welfare.
Oh, I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna make their military, then they're gonna threaten Poland with an or else referendum, and they're probably going to try and invade. It's gonna be like some really insane bullshit that no matter what they're going to do, it's going to look bad and stuff. They can't twist it in either way, unless there's like an entire media blackout on what's happening.
I hope we have their back on that. I hope we step in and fucking just stop their ass. Yeah, for real. I mean, well, look at it.
Well, it opens on how well, it opens on when it happens, and if the Republicans are still, if the anti-establishment is still has a good amount of foothold in Washington. Because if the establishment, like the shills, all like the Democrat and Republican shills are in power, they're going to basically defend the EU.
Well, the EU's hurting on money right now anyway. Otherwise,
they're hurting.
They're crying so bad about Brexit. So if they want to start a military spending, also, I got news for them. They're gonna fucking just hollow out their own fucking economy worse than it already is. And
it's already fucked. Oh yeah, like they already effed over Greece. Like, Greece needs to leave the EU because their regulations and their policies is cancerous to the Greek economy. Like, the Greeks can't. I think they can't file bankruptcy or something. Like, there's something about the EU economy that makes it so Greece can't like literally start over with their economy to get everything back in order. So they're like really screwed right now.
Oh yeah,
same thing with Spain, I think. Yeah.
Also, if you look at Greece's political system, how they choose their representatives or whatnot is really crazy, and so is Britain, to be completely honest. Like, we have 4 parties right now in
4. I thought we just had. Well, I mean, we have multiples, but there's only 2 big parties that count.
Correct. We only have 2 big ones. Then we have
which I think is pretty bad. I think people really need to start expanding our parties a bit, because again, it's like with Republicans, like you have conservatives, you have libertarians, you have so many different groups in the Republican Party. Same with kind of the Democrats. It's kind of.
I highly disagree. I disagree with that for a couple of reasons. Because right now, when our 2-party system is, because you generally have 2 large different groups who have conflicting ideas. But like, let's look at Britain. They have like fucking like 6 of them or something, and it's really hard for one party to vie for supremacy. So nothing really gets done.
Well, some people call I guess some people call that like a I don't know, like a safety net or something like that, because then it prevents some really crazies from getting in and taking over. But I mean, I don't know. It's just like a lot of people. I don't know. It just seems like with the Republican Party and the Democrats, there's a lot of conflicts of interest. Like you have one group that wants this and another group that doesn't want that. So it ends up, like people like right now where you have these like Republicans that keep trying to, spin about the bush, and they don't like you know, like they keep talking about how like they keep disagreeing with like the White House, what they're doing.
Well, that's true, but we also have like three forms of, or we have three branches of our government, which is something that
Well, yeah,
good. I mean, here's my point on that. Like, Greece had what was it, a four-party system or something like that, or a three-party system, and for them to even get to 50% of a majority, you know what I'm saying, through their last election. So I mean, it was kind of fucked up, like who was running what. But and in the U.S. we now have like a four-party system, and I think the Green Party got less of a vote than what the Independents got last election or some shit.
yeah.
I mean,
So yeah,
the
we have
Green
multiple parties. It's just they don't no one votes them really.
exactly, and the Green Party just
I
hurts
wish
the Democrats, which is fine. But
I
and
kind of I
and
kind of wish
the
I do kind of wish the independents would actually win more votes, just
the
so
last
people can realize that there is a third option. Because I do believe a third option is important.
the last
Oh yeah.
time the Independents had any type of momentum was with Ross Perot during like the Bush won Clinton elections, if you remember
Yeah.
that shit.
Oh yeah. I mean,
Like that really just hurt the Republican vote tally that time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Well, yeah, there's a lot of people who vote independent. I think you tend to be like more on the right side, or like
yep,
kind of like.
more
But at the
libertarian.
same, the Green Party tends to also get the Democrats as well.
Exactly.
oh yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if you guys already talked about this, but it's kind of like people just kind of like the media just kind of markets more either the Republican or Democrat side. You almost never
See,
really hear
if it was
about
me,
the independent
yeah. See, if it
or
was
Green Party.
me, see if it was me, I would basically. I feel like you would have a conservative party, a progressive party, and a centrist party, maybe something like that. It's like something like that, like the party's based on that kind of, rather than just like Democrats and
Um,
Republicans.
Well, the progressives are part of they've basically hijacked the Democratic Party in the
Well,
DNC.
yeah. I mean, it's like
Are,
give them their own party and let the the more centrist or liberals be a part of their own party and stuff.
hell yeah. But I mean, I guess that's good. You want your crazies to be thrown the fuck out, basically, of your
Well, yeah.
regular.
So give them their own party, then let the crazies have their own party, so they're not poisoning the others.
Hell yeah.
Because like in Britain, that's Labor. Like Labor is the crazies right now. They're like all the progressives, insane crazies.
Exactly.
Yeah, because Labor used to be about the working class, but then they decided that they were going to care more about not being racist
Yeah.
and being a bunch
Getting
of
your feelings
communists.
hurt
Yeah,
and
because Jeremy
protecting.
Corbyn's a communist. That guy's a communist. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's a jackass. That guy's stupid.
Oh yeah, he's the more. Yeah, he's. Oh yeah, you saw that Sargon clip where he basically talks about, oh yeah, we Labor, we won the election. It's like, no, you didn't. Stuff. You didn't win. The Tories stole and stuff. It's like we won 5 seats. Yes, but you didn't win. It's like, yeah, literally. Like that's what Sargon says. Like Jeremy Corbyn is such a moron that he thought he actually won the election.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's like don't know what to say. Think about like Stalinism or communism and stuff. Lenin,
Oh yeah, I remember him also saying some really dumb shit about we've waited so long for these guys to fuck themselves up, and now we're finally here talking about the communists. Or he was giving a speech at a fucking rally, and there
Oh
are
yeah.
fucking like USSR fucking flags being flown, the hammer and sickle and everything else. And you're
Oh
just like,
god.
you guys
Yeah.
are fucking
Yeah.
stupid. Like what the fuck?
I know.
You're waiting for this?
I know. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't wait. Yeah, seriously. Okay, you know what? If I ever get a job at Marvel, I'm gonna request the right Captain America. And he's gonna be like taking out communists.
I would have them taking out terrorists. I think that would be a great.
Oh yeah, no, oh yeah, no. That would be like, yeah, no. Literally, here's what I would do. Is like, yeah, if I was writing a Captain America comic, issue #1 would literally have a picture that's like a recreation of his first issue, but instead of him punching Hitler, he's like punching an ISIS member or something like that.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
Carrying a
Yeah, because
flag.
again, like literally, yeah, again, Nazis and ISIS, they're like exactly almost the same. Like they're both ideologies that want to wipe out them and stuff, and they
Maybe
believe
him,
in genocidal purging and stuff.
maybe him kicking the shit out of a fucking Antifa member would be
Oh
fantastic.
yeah, no, I'd have him fight an Antifa member too. Like he would. I mean, there was a there was a comic book where Captain America basically kicked stopped both basically the anti the basically Antifa of the time and like the neo Nazis and stuff, where he's basically talking to them saying what they're doing is wrong.
Yeah, I saw that one. He got in between them. Yeah, I've read.
And then there's also like the famous Spider-Man comic where he tells the protesters to go F themselves.
Yeah, that's great.
Spider-Man has no time for SJWs and stuff.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what about his side of the story? What do you mean his side of the story? He's like a fucking, he's like a, like a poser or whatever and stuff. It's like, well, guess what? We're gonna hear both sides of the story. So, yeah, and it's like they say, go, well, fine, then you loser or something. Like he calls, it's like the protester calls him a loser or something like that as he's walking away.
Oh yeah. Personally, I don't know. It's like whenever I hear people say that superheroes are social justice warriors, I just really tempted to, just
it's so stupid.
Tempted to again, show them.
Superheroes aren't social justice. At their heart, superheroes are libertarian. That's my opinion. They're conservative or libertarian because, again, the concept of taking the law into your own hands and not trusting, the state powers and stuff, that's very libertarian at their heart and stuff.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. If I wrote Batman, I would definitely make him like a libertarian, basically.
Oh yeah, and then some people say Batman is a social justice warrior, but
no, if he was a social justice warrior, he would have literally be donating most of his wealth to some feminist cause or something like that.
That or he'd be
and he wouldn't beat up Harley Quinn because again, he beats up Harley Quinn, and that's he kicks women and stuff. That would be like.
If anything, I think if anything, I think his persona as Bruce Wayne would be more Republican or something like that, since that's kind of.
And not to mention, he dates a lot of women. He's literally perpetuating rape culture by feminist SJW standards. Gwalt.
If I wrote comics, if I was writing anything at Marvel, DC, anything like that, character I was writing had a history of SJW progressive bullshit, the first thing I would do is I'd be like, I apologize to all fans who had to read the political bullshit that has been going on for the last 20 years. And then I would write the character as a superhero and not even put fucking politics in it. I would have zero politics in my shit. It would just be good superhero story.
Well, that's one thing I kind of got into disagreement over the comic book skate crowd is that, I kind of am a believer that politics can be in comic books as long as there's diverse politics, you know what I mean? It's not just one dimensional. That's how I believe it. So some comic book creators kind of got mad. A lot of some people really did not like Alt Hero because they thought that, doing the opposite is just as bad. But Alt Hero, I haven't read Alt Hero. So I'm not sure if it is as political as people think it is. But I just kind of disagree with the comic skate community who basically immediately jumped on the hate bandwagon for Alt Hero.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's funny shit. It's a response. I like it. I think it's hilarious. I thought it was
I just feel comic books have been political. That's just a fact. Again, they were propaganda back in World War II, so they have been political. So I would say that we shouldn't say that there shouldn't be politics in comic. What we need is diversity of opinions because I feel like politics does work really propaganda. So I think rather than saying we don't want politics in the story, we should basically say we don't want propaganda.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah. Of course they were. Political propaganda back during World War II and stuff like that, and the Depression, and a bunch of other stuff, which is fine.
And in the '60s we had politics. Green Lantern, Green Arrow, the X-Men have been political, so
yeah, very much.
It's been a thing, but it's just a problem today is there's no subtlety today.
Well, yeah. Also, I think people are fed up with it. Jesus. I mean,
oh yeah,
I like Alt Hero. I think it's fantastic. I think it's funny as fuck. Only because I think the girl looks hot as fuck wearing that Confederate flag. That
and then the guy saying, clean up the streets one illegal at a time and stuff.
That is beautiful. That is funny. I love fucked up humor like that. That's great. And I'm sure that pisses people off. So
I know it's oh yeah, it's like that guy what's his name's Joshua or wherever, he's like that SJW, another shill like that. He's a comic journalist or whatever. Is that his name, Joshua? He like went off on Alt Hero. He's like, congratulations on Patriotica or whatever, you know, that female patriot superhero.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah, he's like, congratulations on that writer, and he's not like an offensive racist like Vox Day's Alt Hero and stuff. He's like, yeah, all upset about Alt Hero.
Oh yeah, I was about to say.
I think his name's Josh. His name Josh or something.
No, I've seen him. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, he's like, he was like all raging about Alt Hero, and he like gets pissed off at Comics Gate and all that stuff.
Hell yeah.
He's like, yeah, Patriotica does it right, not like that racist Alt Hero and stuff.
I know exactly what you're talking about. He was in the same feed that I was talking with that other jackass.
Okay.
But no, I mean, look at some of the best fucking superhero stories that you could think of that were super popular. Everybody fucking loved. They had like zero fucking politics in. They didn't need to put politics in them. They were just writing good stories.
Well,
you know what I'm saying? Which is something I would strive for. I mean,
well, it seems like a lot of people like Green Lantern, Green Arrow.
Well, yeah, Green Arrow is a SJW. I mean, he's always been a SJW, but I don't like. I really don't like anything about Green Arrow, to be completely honest.
I feel like I like Green Arrow as long as he has someone who's a foil to him. Like if he has Hawkman, they're great because Hawkman is an authoritarian. Like he's very far right and stuff. So you know they have really good funny arguments with each other because you know he's Hawkman has no qualms and is unapologetic about his politics. So he literally will tell Green Arrow to go F himself. You know, like he literally I think he called Green Arrow like a liberal moron or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so kind of what I want to say about Green Arrow, I kind of like him, but at the same time, it's like I can see it because like when I was reading Green Lantern, he was all like telling Green Lantern, "Oh, you saved all these aliens across the universe and different planets and galaxies."
Yeah, it was that black guy who told him, that old black guy, told him, you've helped the green skin, the blue skins, the purple skins, even the orange skins, but what about the black skins? Yeah.
You're going out into space and you find like these alien civilizations that could conquer Earth. You like, are you that dumb to think that this guy doesn't care about you guys, you know?
Yeah. I know it's weird. Yeah, I know. I mean, that was kind of a cringy part of that story, but again, that's what people loved after that series. And I guess the thing is with Green Arrow is like he has had non-political stories. Like if you watch the animated short called like Green Arrow, where he saves that princess and stuff, that wasn't political. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he fights Merlin and Count Vertigo. And then also in Young Justice, Green Arrow wasn't political too, so
Yeah, but I just think it's polluted so much. I mean, don't get me wrong, but if I picked up especially in my point, and there's no fucking way I'd ever write comics for Marvel or DC. I don't have the credentials. I don't even want to. I just want to read good stories.
Well, I would like to write for comics, especially DC.
Hell yeah. But then again, a lot of the motherfuckers writing right now, I don't think have the fucking credentials to write for them. So I'm just especially at Marvel.
That makes it easier for me and stuff to get in.
Exactly. But as far as like most of these fucking morons, like I would, especially if I were to like pick up some bullshit like at Marvel right now that has been so heavy into gender politics and diversity politics and all this other unnecessary bullshit. If I started writing, I'd be like, it's safe, guys. We're back. We're just going to be telling superhero stories now. All that other stupid shit those jackasses were doing, I'm sorry, they fucking turned your shit away. But
I feel like comic books will write themselves when they start letting everyone express themselves and they don't become super preachy. Like once you just bring back the subtlety and add more diversity, get a lot better.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, did you guys actually hear about the news that,
what?
Oh, you can go first.
It's like how like the Iceman comic is a total joke. It's kind of funny because the X-Men, the whole purpose of being immune was kind of a subtle reference to being gay because their powers don't manifest until they're, they hit puberty and stuff. So they made Iceman gay and they made him super, super stereotypically gay and stuff, which it's just kind of funny given how the X-Men in the first place were an allegory to the gay community and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, that just makes it really funny and stuff, just thinking about that.
Oh yeah. I guess kind of what I was kind of, oh man, I forgot. Wait. Let me see.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh no, that's okay. I think I'll probably end up remembering it. But let me see.
It was we were talking about shit. We were talking about politics. Yeah, like
I think it had something to do with.
Oh
wait, yeah, Marvel. Did you know
news?
Yeah. Did you know that Marvel's actually coming out with a YA novel series?
A what?
YA.
A young adult
it's like
novel
yeah, it's like
what's YA?
Young adult, like Twilight, Hunger Games, Divergent, all those kind of things.
So it's so this is like a this is like its own series, or it's like a style of books that are coming out.
It's a trilogy of books set in the Marvel universe.
And it's gonna be young adult.
Yeah. And guess which supervillain is going to be, quote, pansexual and gender fluid?
Oh, Loki.
Yep. Yeah, I think I told you guys.
Oh yeah, there's a clip I saw. There's like a panel where like they basically like there shows like him being gender fluid. It's like some really cringy line.
Oh yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't know whatsoever. That was just a shot in the dark. I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, Loki. That sounds about right, because I heard something about they've tried to do that shit before.
They're trying to make him pansexual and gender fluid now, because again, apparently because being able to shapeshift in anything obviously instantly makes you gender fluid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that means word for word, if you write a character that can shapeshift, he must be gender fluid.
Oh yeah. And it's kind of like I know the author was all kind of like being like she was being like an elitist, just basically saying like, oh, Loki's always canonically been pansexual and gender fluid. It's like,
no, he hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Citation needed.
Yeah, it's like, again, being able to make yourself look like a woman doesn't make you gender fluid. It's shape-shifting. He's a trickster,
And normally he was doing it, to trick an enemy, or it was a plot device to fuck somebody over.
Yeah, that's basically it. It's like, again, apparently, yes, in these SJW minds, basically being able to turn into a woman makes you gender fluid immediately. Forget reasons and, goals.
Yeah, one of them's a delusion, the other's magic. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Reason and logic is white supremacy. I just forgot. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's an article. That is an article.
I think some people might make the claim that Mystique is also that way, because I know at one point she had a fling with this alien woman. I don't remember, but I know that a lot of people thought that Mystique
she's blue.
Well, I mean, yeah, but the Mystique and this alien woman just kind of like Mystique probably turned into a man and just kind of, I think, impregnated this woman. I don't really remember, but
okay,
yeah,
that's some pretty weird stuff.
But I think it makes kind of. I think it kind of sort of makes sense with Mystique, because she can change her biology, kind of.
Well, yeah. Same thing with Loki, yeah. Well, yeah, because I mean, you know what this, my model is this, make comics perverted again.
Oh yeah.
It's funny that you should say that,
because to make them perverted.
It's funny you should say that, because that whole Mystique deal reminds me of some fucking Japanese dick girl fucking hentai or some shit.
Oh yeah, that's
I know, it's like
I know you guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is they need to it's too bad. Yeah, that thing is Americans need to do what the Japanese do and just not care and just get some perverts to write these comics and stuff.
It'll make it more entertaining, probably.
Yeah, titty all day, every day.
No, the Americans would fuck it up. They got right now. They try to make it political.
I know. Back in the '90s, you could do all that shit.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep, titty all day, every day.
All day. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking love some GFB.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's just I don't know. It's just really sad that the feminists had to infiltrate the medium and basically tell us what we could and couldn't draw.
Hell yeah. Well, science shunned them, so they had to go a different route to try to
Yeah,
fucking corrupt people.
yeah, thank God for DeviantArt and the internet, allowing creators to draw, still draw all that shit and get it out and make money.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because we didn't have the internet, then like basically, yeah, all this stuff would all be censored. I mean, some people are saying without the internet, these feminists wouldn't have been able to take control. I mean, it depends. It's a double-edged sword. Like they may have been able to take control because if they could, then we'd be fucked because then they could literally control what gets published and what gets seen because there's no internet to like circumference that.
For them hanging themselves by saying stupid shit because like thankfully so far thankfully with the internet you can fact check people, you know what I'm saying. I'll start with a worry when you can no longer fact check people's stupid ass shit. You can be like, you can look stuff up and be like, oh yeah, that's bullshit, and then
and like with the internet, like they are really never going to live it down because pretty much anything can become a meme. Like that one guy who kept saying that Gamergate is a hate group, Gamergate is a hate group, Gamergate is a hate group, just kind of like repeating it, and everyone.
Oh, in all caps. Was that the guy in all caps?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. That's pretty funny.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Well, anything can become a meme nowadays. Even other memes.
Yes.
Again, it's all it's all love from Lord Keck. He loves us all with our memes.
Man,
I always explain to people how is it called. People ask me how is it called. Like it's like we believe in Keck or God. So basically, rather than pray and go to church, we go on the internet and meme. That's our praying. The lulz is our divine, is the divine gift and power. It's like our prayer.
I don't really look at it as a god myself. I guess I'm not a true Kekistan. I just look at it as a satire of shit.
Well, it is satire, but again, that's part of it. The cult of Kek is literally, it's a religion that's centered around memes, and it's a satire of identity politics. Like Kekistan is literally meant to satirize all that shit, like neo-Nazis, SJWs, especially SJWs and especially the migrant crisis. That's also the gag too. It's just now the media has been trying to say that we're all just neo-Nazis and white supremacists, and it's like no, it's a meme. We're trolling, yeah.
Oh, what were you saying? I said I'm gonna take a quick bathroom break. If you guys are still gonna be going on. And
actually. Well, I just realized that we actually hit the past the 2-hour mark, so I actually have to get going.
Cool deal. Well, it was fun. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, people, this has been another extreme stream, and I hope you all enjoyed. If you like what you saw here, then just hit the like button, subscribe, and also while you're at it, try and subscribe to Florence and Qualtzilla's channels. So this has been another stream, and we are now signing out.